Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
A presentation of Grapevine-Colleyville Independent School District Friday Night Football on Champion Sports Radio. It's the Colleyville Heritage Panthers and the Trinity Trojans, live from Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas. Now, let's go live to Pennington Field and join Doug Branch and Chris Beam.
And welcome to Bedford, Texas, Friday Night Football here in the state of Texas. Alongside Chris Beam, I'm Doug Branch. And Chris, it is a district action, 7-6A. Yeah, first time we've ever said that. 7-6A is the new district that encompasses the Trinity Trojans and the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. Colleyville comes in off of a loss last week to the Arlington Bowie Volunteers. They have a 2-2 record, and on the other side of the board, the Trinity Trojans, who've had a very difficult schedule, come in at 4-0.
Yeah, the Trinity Trojans come in at 4-0, and what we're going to see tonight is a lot of running the football, because that's the MO of the Trinity Trojans, is they will run and grind the clock, grind the ball, and they got some big offensive linemen that they can use. And Colleyville's going to need to learn how to stop the run tonight.
It's the Whirly Ball pregame show, live from Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas. And, Chris, one of the things that we take from last week's game, a very good first half for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, but in the second half, a number of fumbles. Hopefully they will not have that happen tonight and will be able to be competitive the whole football game.
Yeah, the Colleyville Heritage Panthers fought back last night, and they had a really good Colleyville Heritage fought back last week from down 14-0 against a really good Arlington Bowie team, and pretty much had them on a 3-and-out in the defense, and then everything kind of went downhill from there for Colleyville, and ended up losing by 11 to the Arlington Bowie Volunteers.
All right, when we come back, we will hear from Colleyville Heritage Panther head coach Darren Allman. That's next year on Champion Sports Radio. It's the Trinity Trojans and the Colleyville Heritage Panthers up next.
Proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football.
The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hurst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShopboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
Back on the Whirly Ball pregame show with Colleyville Heritage Panther head coach Darren Allman, and Coach 2-2 on the season right now. Last week, Clayton Oliver goes down with a wrist injury. We've already talked about that, but Trevor Anderson does a very admirable job coming in to run this offense. A week behind the center, working with the offense. How does he look for coming up against Trinity tonight?
Well, we think he'll, again, have a good game. We were super proud of the way he played last week, and, he'd really had 3 days of practice going into that game. And we expect him to get more comfortable as the weeks go on. Hopefully Clayton gets healthy again, and we've got him back too. We need Trevor on defense as well. And very proud of the way he's played, but the guys around him have played pretty well. Our offensive line played extremely well last week, and we ran the ball well again too, and that took a little pressure off of Trevor to try to do it all himself.
Yeah, DeMarco doing a great job, and of course Jamari Williams back there also running the football. Defensively, interesting setup on the front line. A number of times you had all the four fronts standing literally a yard and a half off the ball. I know the strategy behind that is trying to keep the blockers off you. It was effective. Is that something you can do tonight against Trinity?
No, you can't do that against Trinity. That's a kind of a third down situational type defense where we're going to get some movement up front, and with those guys being on their feet, allows them to twist and do some things and to see a little bit better. And a lot of times it also makes the offensive line move, and gets a false start on the offense. So you probably won't see that as much tonight. Trinity won't be in the same formations. We're going to have to get down and dirty with those guys up front tonight.
Well, they obviously have a very good running attack, and that's where they try to concentrate. Is the key to this game for the Panthers going to be trying to keep them out of 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5, those type of numbers? You guys got to make them try to throw the football, which they really don't do a lot of.
Yeah, it's hard to get them into throwing the football. They kind of dictate that, and they have every year. It's a situation, like you said, every yard is important, on each down, and there's a big difference in a 3rd and 8 and a 3rd and 3 or 4 with these guys. And so you got to be good on 1st down, definitely, and try to force them into 3rd and long situations. And if you can do that, you've got a chance to win. It's about getting a lot of people around the football with these guys. And really swarming the ball on defense and trying to create some turnovers. And it's really the only way you're going to beat Trinity is to get turnovers and get a short field. And, every stop on defense is a big stop. And you've got to get off the field as fast as you can and not let them control the clock and score at the same time.
They say you cannot win all of them if you don't win the first one. Tonight's district game number 1, District 7-6A, arguably one of the toughest districts in the state of Texas. You want to get off to a good start tonight, but that doesn't mean if it doesn't go well that the season's over by any means. No, it's going to be an interesting district run, and whoever comes out of this tonight is still going to be okay. And we haven't thought about that much because we really have concentrated on this game. We know it's a big game for us and them, and a win here is sure a good notch in the belt, for the district race. But there'll be other big games coming up as well. It's going to be a fun district race, and these will be, Hurst-Trinity will be the one that you'll have to go through, I think, this year to win the district championship. And I think seeding will be very important as we get into the playoffs, and so, that's as important as anything. And, it could come down to a point differential too at the end of the year when it comes down to seeding in places. So really every point counts as well. Rewind one week real quick back to Bowie, a very good football team. Last challenge in the non-district schedule. You guys were right there heading into the second half, and then some unfortunate turnovers happened. But talk about the maturity of your team right now and where they are to face this Trinity team game number 1. It'd sure be nice to face them game number 6. Yeah, it would be, but we're far enough along. We should be ready to play these guys, and Bowie has prepared. That was a game that will prepare us for games like this. They were a big physical team with a lot of speed, and you're right. We had a chance to win the game. We had 3 turnovers that turned into scores for them. An unfortunate call on a fumble that wasn't called a fumble that ended up being a big call in the game, and it's about 4 or 5 plays in that game that made a big difference. But that is a very good football team that's going to play for a while this year, and I thought we showed some maturity the way we finished the first half with a 4th down stop, went in tied, came out and responded again in the second half, and just made too many mistakes and penalties too, and that's one of the things that we've got to eliminate this week, and it's been a nemesis of ours and a momentum killer has been penalties at inopportune times. Key for tonight to get the W? It's getting off the field on defense, getting the ball back to the offense. We know that we're not going to shut them down completely. Nobody does, but every stop will be a big stop, and I think turnovers, like I said a while ago, are the key. I've been fortunate enough to beat these guys one time, and in that game it was a difference in turnovers. We got some and they didn't, and that's the key, I think, with these guys. And it's tough to get. They're good at protecting the football and they're good at what they do. Hopefully we can force them into some of those with just a lot of people around the ball and putting some pressure on the quarterback when they do throw. All right, we want to thank head coach Darren Allman, Colleyville Heritage Panther head coach, for stopping by here on the Whirly Ball pregame show. When we come back, we will visit with Trinity Trojan head coach, the legend, Steve Lineweaver. That's next here on Champion Sports Radio. Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
Are you looking for a way to promote your business or increase exposure? Do you just need more people to know that you're there? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games to more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. Think about it. Die-hard fans just like you tune in each and every week, giving your business unparalleled access to the community. It's the perfect way for smaller individually owned businesses to cultivate a core clientele or expand their already loyal customer base. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
We're back on the Whirly Ball pregame show with Trinity Trojan head coach Steve Lineweaver. And, Coach, most guys with any sense, so to speak, and take this the right way, don't schedule their preseason the way you did. But you guys come into this game 4-0. What has that done for your squad to prepare them for district play?
Well, let's first address that anybody that had any sense. My dad would totally agree with you. His middle son doesn't have much sense, so therefore the schedule. But we come out of it pretty good, not too beat up, and much more for the experience of playing against speed and quality coach teams. So I think as it turned out, it was very beneficial.
Talk about your offense. You have been able to put the ball in the air, but primarily you're using your running game. Is that something tonight that you're going to have to establish against Colleyville Heritage to be able to get the W?
We hope to. That's our strength. But we might have a breakout passing game. We had 170 yards passing last week, and I felt like we needed to ice down the quarterback's arms. I know that's not very much for most people, but for us, that's a dramatic improvement. So maybe they'll keep going up on that.
Tyler Nate, been able to run and pass the ball. Has he really been the key to your success offensively and kind of driving the train that is the Trinity Trojans?
Well, January we discussed moving this athlete to quarterback. He had never taken a snap at quarterback, pee-wee, junior high, ever. So that was quite a step for us to try that, and he just grew and grew and grew, and he just improves weekly, as you might think he would, a young man who is competitive as he is. We're really pleased with the intangibles, the way he leads in the huddle, and so it's been really good.
Transition to your defense. Obviously, against the team out of Maryland, you gave up a number of points in that game that I'm sure you didn't want to do. But since then, you guys have really put a clamp on defense and have had relatively easy games, so to speak.
Well, we like our front. They put a lot of pressure on you, and we rotate guys in there to keep them fresh. So we put a lot of pressure pushing the line of scrimmage back toward the opponent. So, if we can do that, it helps us in the secondary and linebacker.
How do you guys prepare? Clayton Oliver was a starting quarterback for Colleyville, but he's out with an injured wrist. Trevor Anderson came in last week. I know it's not a whole lot of difference from a right-hander to a left-hander, but it does change the blind side rushing that quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Well, hopefully we rush equally hard on both ends. We don't really have a blind side rusher, so to speak. So, but Trevor, he's a coach's son, and he knows how to play the game. He's been around it all his life.
What's the key to get the W for Trinity tonight?
Play smarter. We play hard. We play with passion. We just want to bring the mind to the heart. We need both of them to be a really great team.
All right, that's head coach Steve Lineweaver. Congratulations on the start, 4-0, and hopefully a victory for you guys tonight in district play starting a 7-6A, which I think even you would agree probably one of the hardest districts in the state of Texas.
Well, thank you for the coverage. You guys make it fun for everybody. Thank you.
All right, very good. Good luck. And when we come back, it'll be the starting lineup and the pregame here at Bennington Field in Bedford, Texas on Champion Sports Radio. Back in a moment.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute. Online at gdyo.org/jazz.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hurst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShopboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
Back at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas, just in time for the haka. Let's see if we can get a listen to this down on the field. Pull that mic down and we'll listen to the Trinity Trojan haka. All right, the grand tradition here at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas, it's the haka. Did I say that right? Haka?
I think it's the haka, yeah,
haka.
sure.
It's homecoming here for the Trinity Trojans tonight, alongside Chris Beam, Doug Branch, and Randy Wesley joining us with everything he can throw in stat-wise for us. It's starting lineups, and we'll give you the kickoff in a moment. As they had the flip, the coaches had the flip, but we have not been told yet how that went down because of homecoming festivities. But let's go ahead and start with the offensive starting lineup as they're going to do the fake flip at
I saw the two
midfield.
coaches do the flip, and they're taking them out there. I don't know why.
All right, well, let's go ahead and do the starting lineup.
Maybe
on offense for Colleyville. The 5 guys up front that will block. It's number 74, Nick Walters, 6'1", 250. He is a junior. The left guard is number 68, Patrick Blassingame, 6'2", 265, also a junior. The center is number 75, Jacob Kramer, 6'2", 250, a sophomore. The right guard, number 59, Trey Poirier, 6 foot 230, a junior. And then the only senior on the front line is the right tackle, number 70, Connor McNally. Quarterback, of course, tonight will be Trevor Anderson, filling in for his second start of the season for the broken wrist inflicted Clayton Oliver. The running backs are going to be number 27, DeMarco Corbin. I wanted to say Murray. I keep thinking that. DeMarco Murray. He's almost as good.
I wish he was like DeMarco Murray.
Well, we do. 6 foot 200. He's a senior. Run for 358 yards and 5 touchdowns so far in the season. The halfback is Justin Tobernia, 5'9", 175-pound senior, wearing number 22. The wide receivers, and there are a lot of them. We'll start out on the X side. It's number 8, Jackson Zeladon. He is a senior. The T wide receiver is number 9, Camden Arnold, 5'11", 175, also a senior. Kevin Salinas, the transfer from Southlake, 5'10", 160. He'll wear number 13 on his back. Caught a number of passes last week, was very efficient.
Salinas was a transfer from Trinity, not Southlake.
Was it? Oh, you're right. Trinity. Yes, so that's an important game.
He's playing his former team.
You're right. Yeah. My mistake.
And the A wide receiver is Nico Torres, wearing number 86 on his back. Michael Prescott sees a lot of time in and out on short yardage plays. 6'2", he is a junior, wears number 45. We'll go to the defensive side for the Trinity Trojans, and bear with me as I go through these names because it is as fun as it can be. The left defensive end, number 39, Anthony Fa'aumu, 6'1", 228 senior. By the way, if I completely blow a name, at Deckerdew on Twitter, go ahead and send me a message, and I will try to get it right. Or you can hit my partner at Beamer09. That's BEHMER09. Those are our Twitter handles. You can send us messages throughout the game, as we know both the Trinity and Colleyville listening audience are in. Your defensive tackle, number 89, kind of an interesting number for a defensive tackle. Typically they're the 70s, 60s, or 50s, but 89, 6'2", 230 is Jalen Bevel. The other defensive tackle, Chris Daniels, 6'1", 287. He's a junior. At 6'1", 287, runs a 4.940. So he's got some speed up front. He wears a quarterback number in number 7, and he is a returning starter. The right defensive tackle is Tippa Galele, and let's go ahead and join the national anthem here at Pennington Field back in a moment with more starting lineup. All right, nice job with the Trinity Choir with the national anthem. We are just about to kick off between the Trinity Trojans and the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. We'll continue with the defensive set for Trinity. The rover is Saya Nalo, wearing number 13, the middle linebacker, number 41, Tobias Nate, 6 foot 224. He is a senior. The strong side linebacker is number 36, Sayo Kautai. The backs along the backside that will try and stop this potent Colleyville Heritage offensive passing game will be your left cornerback, number 21, Matt Munoz, 5'10", 176. He's a senior. The free safety is number 17, TJ Kautai. And, of course, we know 3 Kautais in the on the roster for the Trinity Trojans will be very crucial to tonight's game. The strong safety is Elijah Tassini. He is a 6 foot, 130 or 193-pound junior. I can't even read now. And then the right cornerback, easiest name of the night, Bobby Cooper, wearing number 4, 5'8", 166.
Jeez, Bobby Cooper, the easiest name for you tonight. 5'8", 166 pounds. And it looks like we're about to get ready for some Trinity High School and Colleyville Heritage football right here.
Luis Martinez will kick off as Trinity will kick from the left to the right. They will be wearing all black, trimmed in red with black hats. Colleyville will be dressed in all white, trimmed in black. They have their white helmets on that are trimmed in black and red. About to get underway. This is the first district game for both teams in District 6, or District 7, 6A. Luis Martinez to kick off. Back deep, it's Ryan Philippi.
See if Philippi can take one back.
Nick Felix.
Shock the world.
Philippi will go to his right side. They kick away from him. It's fielded at the 20, coming forward to the 26, and then wrapped up at the 26-yard line. It's Kevin Salinas.
Yeah, you think Kevin Salinas transferring over to Colleyville Heritage probably because he wanted to be in a more passing offense rather than because Trinity runs the ball a lot. So if you want to get to a college and you're a wide receiver type person like him, you want to go to a team that's going to throw the ball a lot, I'm assuming.
No, I would agree with that, and that's certainly what the Panthers do. Trevor Anderson in the backfield takes a snap, hands it off inside Corbin, going right. He's to the 30, 35, 40, and tripped up at the 39-yard line, and a first down, 12 yards on the game.
Very interesting look for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. First time I've ever seen this all year long. Shows Coach Darren Allman gives a new different look, kind of 4 guys in the backfield.
They'll go 4 receivers. Anderson to throw, too high for Salinas. They try to hit the screen coming on the backside at the 40-yard line, but it'll fall incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 from the 39.
I think sometimes when you're playing a district game, you don't want to give away everything you're going to do during non-district play. So interesting little twist to start off the game with the first 2 plays with stuff that they have not done before.
Zeladon and Salinas to the near side, Torres to the high side. Anderson fakes the handoff. He's going to run, and he'll go nowhere. Maybe gets a yard up to the 40. Actually had the receiver on the backside, Nico Torres, wide open. They'll have to look for that play again. Maybe he'll pop back and throw.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, the Colleyville Heritage front line against this very athletic Trinity defensive line. Kind of a chess match going on right now.
Trinity will go 5 on the front line now, and then back out of it. 3rd and 9. Here's a flag. I believe we have motion on Colleyville, so that'll back it up. It'll be 3rd and 14. Just over 11 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Colleyville on their first possession. First play out of the gate went for 12 yards to DeMarco Corbin, and they have not gone back to him yet.
Yeah, they need to get DeMarco Corbin established in this ball game, especially against a team like Trinity, because you want to keep the ball away from the Trinity Trojan offense and control the clock.
2 receivers to the high side, 1 to the low side. Anderson in the backfield, DeMarco Corbin to his right. Snap back, he'll look to throw. Rushed out. He's got a lot of room. Got a receiver breaking open on the right. He throws it up and out of bounds. Can't hit him. That was Salinas, who was covered fairly well. And out there it was Saya Nalo on the coverage for the Trinity Trojans. And it looks like Coach Darren Allman will send on the punt team and Stephen Bodish.
Trevor Anderson had DeMarco Corbin out of the backfield for probably about 5 yards, meaning that he had a 5-yard window that he can hit him, and he probably would have picked up the first down. He didn't see him streaking right up the middle of the field, and obviously had to throw that ball away. Hit a fan in the front row.
My man Bobby Cooper back for the Trinity Trojans. Snap back to Bodish is good. Kick is away. It's a beauty. Going to come down at the 31-yard line and back up where it's touched by Reed Harrison Ducrow at the 34. And it'll be first down. Well, they'll mark it right at the 35-yard line for the first offensive possession for Trinity. But
really nice play by Harrison Ducrow there. The ball bounced back at him as he's going down the field. The Trinity kick returner was calling it off, and he tapped it, or that thing would have been bouncing back to the 40-yard line.
Well, and the one
nice play.
The one thing he has to be aware of is when you tap that, you better go get it because it's a live
pick it
ball,
up,
and you can't lose it if you're the receiving team. I formation, pitch, left-hand side. Out to the line of scrimmage and drug down there, and a nice play by Ryan Philippi out on the left hash.
Yeah, Ryan Philippi is going to be key to this defense tonight. And the reason being is because with his speed, his tackling ability, you just have Tank Johnson and Williams hold up their two guys and let Philippi hit those gaps, and you'll be able to chase down these running backs.
The quarterback for Trinity is Tyler Nate, the 6', 225-pound junior. He'll come to the line, I formation, Wilson all the way behind him, 7 yards. And penalty flag, timeout, Trinity. Before the play, they called the timeout. Will go ahead and take it with them very early here. First quarter, 9:52 to go, no score on Champion Sports Radio. Back in a moment.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2nd, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the #1 cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Back at Pennington Field, it's Trinity and Colleyville Heritage. Handoff goes left-hand side to Jerron Wilson. He's able to pick up all the way out to the 43. It'll be 3rd and 2 there for the Trinity Trojans, their first offensive possession of the game. Wilson, a 5'10", 180-pound junior, runs a 4.5 40. He has been the bulk of the ball carrier. They go heavy up front. I formation again. Nate, he'll turn around, hand it off, up the middle. Trinity's there. Do they get the stop? It's going to be close, and I believe they do. They're going to stop him short, and that's what Coach Darren Allman said would have to happen. They would have to get the defense off the field, and it looks like they may have done it, although Trinity has not sent the punt team out yet.
Yeah, I bet you Trinity goes for it. 4th and 1 with those big guys they have across the front. I mean, you're looking at a guy that's going to Texas, Patrick Vahi. 6'3", 299. You got 5'6", 242, 5'10", 257, 6'4", 322. I bet you they file him.
Well, let's see where they decide to run. Trinity will go for it.
They're going left, I guarantee it.
Handoff inside to Adams. He jumps over a couple of defenders, and he's able to get it to the first down yardage, out to the midfield in the 50-yard line. So a nice run by Fred Adams, the first back through.
I can see that coming from up here. The left, the guard and the tackle were kind of a little bit off, and they were loading that way. So it's interesting how Trinity runs their offensive line. They'll move their guys around. The right tackle will be at left guard, and I mean they move them around a lot.
From the left hash mark, ball at the 50-yard line, 1st and 10. Wilson in the shotgun. He'll keep it up the middle. No, Nate's got it up the middle, and there's big Williams, who jumps on him, gets help from pretty much the remainder of the squad. Stop for no gain, and a nice job by the Colleyville Heritage Panther defense right there.
Yeah, we need 2 more of those and let them punt this one away. But that was a really nice play by Williams and the rest of the front 4 the
Williams and Crosby, sorry about that, Chris, are definitely out here on the left-hand side. And, of course, Keandre Tank Johnson, who's up the center. They'll line back up again in the 4-3. Power right to the side. Nate spins out, looking to option. He's going to get a few yards. There's a hold inside, I believe. He's still on his feet. That's what happens when you got a guy who's 6'2", 220, down to the 30, and he's pulled down there, but I have a sneaky suspicion there was a crackback block or a hold inside, and this one's going to come back. Tentatively, a 19-yard gain for Tyler Nate.
It's going to be hard to hear this. The audio up here is not very good. Personal foul, chop block.
It was a chop block.
Chop block. Cannot do that. What happens with those plays is the guard will grab onto his guy like Tank Williams, or it was Tank Johnson. He grabbed on Tank Johnson, and then the tackle will just fall down and basically cut, not intentionally, but fall down, and then he'll run over him. You can't have a guy in contact with a guy
cutting below.
You know, you can cut block, but you can't have anybody engaged. So that's basically what happened on that play is he was engaged with his player, and he got chop blocked.
Well, this is exactly what Darren Allman would want, would be a 2nd down and 26 from the 34 for Trinity. Nate in the shotgun, man in motion coming to the right. He'll fake the handoff, take it up the middle. Nobody's got him yet, but they were able to get a foot on him and trip him up and give him about 7 yards on the gain out to the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a long 18 from there.
That was a read option play, I believe, and 28 for the Trinity Trojans, Jerron Wilson had the ball for a second, and then Tyler Nate grabs the ball back from him when he saw everybody go in that direction and started running with it. That was a pretty interesting play by the Trinity Trojans. They're going to take another timeout, it looks like.
Justice Wilson and Greg Garner were far to the left-hand side, but Coach Steve Lionweaver did not like what he sees. Timeout on the field. Will step aside. 6:28 to play. Still no score from Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Back at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas. No score. 6:28 to go in quarter number 1. It's the Trinity Trojans and the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. Trinity in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. They'll keep it up the middle, and that's Nate. Nate wrapped up and dragged down as he's almost back to the line of scrimmage. It will be 4th down and 11, and Trinity will send on their punt team.
Yeah, real nice play by the Colleyville Heritage defense by getting them 3 and out, or 5 and out on this play, and get the Colleyville or the Trinity Trojans to punt.
Back to punt for Trinity is Trey Jones. Nope, it's Nate. Sorry about that. Low kick. This could be trouble. It hits and runs out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Give him 28 yards on the kick.
Yeah, Ryan Phillippe was back there to field that punt. As soon as it was punted, he told everybody to get away from it because it wasn't a very good punt by the Trinity Trojans punter.
So Colleyville will take over their second possession. Ball will be spotted at the 22-yard line. We'll have to see if Trevor Anderson decides to drop back and try to put the ball in the air and test this secondary for the Trinity Trojans. Anderson, hands off inside. Popping it outside is DeMarco Corbin, and he's swallowed up by the Trojan defense. Loss of 2 back to the 20.
Yeah, this Trinity Trojan defense is stout. They're very athletic. I was down the field. The right defensive tackle or defensive end, Tippa Galali, is 6'5", 209. So he's not a big guy. He's very long, and he can get to plays. He can shed blockers.
Boy, there's a miscommunication on a pass out to Kevin Salinas on the far right side as Trinity had a defender breaking to cover Salinas on the receiver screen. Trevor Anderson pitches it out there way over the head of Salinas as he was coming in. Now Colleyville will set up 2 receivers to each side. DeMarco Corbin to the right of the quarterback Anderson. Anderson back to throw. He's rolling to the right, the left-hander. Going to throw back across his body, and it's swatted down at the line of scrimmage. It will be 4th down and 12 from the 20. And Colleyville's offense, other than an early DeMarco Corbin run, has been inept.
Yeah, the Colleyville Heritage offense, it's interesting calling plays like that because, you don't want to roll out a left-handed quarterback rolling to his right because that's a hard throw for a guy who's basically I'm not saying running for his life, but he's trying to get out in an open space, and he's trying to run as fast as he can, and it's hard to throw across your body. That's when a lot of negative plays happen. So take him, roll him out to the other side, and roll him out to the left rather than rolling him out to the right.
Bodish gets a snap. Heavy rush. He's not hit. He gets it off. Cooper calling for everybody to get out of the way. The ball hits at the 45, bounces at the 49, and then there's Reed Harrison Ducrow to down it at the 48-yard line. So only about a 29-yard kick from Stephen Bodish, but the big thing was he got it off of his foot without getting it blocked because it was a very heavy Trinity rush.
Yeah, there is going to be a time in this game where there's going to be one play that swings this game. Right now, these are 2 big-time defensive teams fighting each other, and it's one team who's going to break, and that's when when this game is going to be on.
At 5 minutes to go in quarter number 1, Tyler Nate's the quarterback. The running back, Jerron Wilson. Fred Adams is in front of him as fullback. Nope, they'll back up into the shotgun. Give it to Wilson. Nope, Nate's going to throw. The left-hander rush coming. Missed. Max Crosby misses him. He's to the 40. Switches hands, and he's run out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Nice recovery there by Jared Crouch, the 6', 175-pound senior, to save another 10 yards.
Yeah, that was a very good play by Nate. He wants to run. I mean, he's like Coach Lineweaver said in the pre-show. He said this guy just started playing quarterback in January for the first time in his career, and he's more of an athlete than he is a quarterback.
Wilson sets up by himself, 8 yards deep. They'll hand off. Nope. Nate will keep it. Rolling the left-hander left, and he throws it away. Smart job, cerebral job by Nate.
That right there
did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Did not get past the line. That should be a quarterback's. First of all, it should be a quarterback sack, and it should be grounding because that ball was 2 yards short of. You have to throw it. Oh, he's saying that. Okay.
Receiver in the area.
Receiver in the area. Yeah. Well, he was 4 yards in the area. That's a pretty loving call at the Pennington Field here.
Loving call. Are you calling that a homer call?
It's a homer call.
Nate back under center. Turns around, hands it off to Wilson. Breaks over the left-hand side, and he'll be short of the first down, out to the 30, almost the 29-yard line. Call him about 2.5 yards short of the first down. Line of gain is the 26. 4:21 to go here in quarter number 1, and we are knotted at 0. No scores. Goose eggs on the board.
Yeah, really nice play by Pelini. Now he held on to the running back and just kind of drug him down, and there was not much behind him, so he was kind of the last line of defense on that play.
AT back under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to the new running back into the game. That's the backup, Elijah Tassini. And Tassini is going to be marked down. I believe they did not give him the first down. It looked like he had rolled forward for it, but I guess his knee hit.
No, his elbow hit, actually. He kept his legs off the ground, but his elbow came down with the ball on it, and then he kind of rolled over trying to put where his body was more in the first down, but his elbow hit first. That was a nice blitz by the Colleyville Heritage linebacking crew of Now and who's filling in for Jacob Mora. You got filled out over there.
That's Trevor Kleckner.
Yeah, Trevor Kleckner.
So Trinity rushes to the line. Power set. They'll hand off deep to the running back, and I this is going to be close.
He didn't get it.
Well, it's going to depend on the spot. This is going to be close.
It's a left foot, right foot. It's a left foot, right foot. Let's see what he gave him.
Colleyville.
That is not a first down.
That's way short now.
Way short.
The official on the near side, the linesman, had it marked close to a first down, but no. And the first big defensive stop by the Colleyville Heritage Panthers happens with 3:05 to go in quarter number one.
Yeah, that's a big defensive stop because Trinity looks like they had a little bit of momentum. They didn't have a lot of momentum, but they had a lot of momentum, or a little bit of momentum going that direction. And nice stop by the Colleyville defensive front.
That begs the question: do you take a strike downfield right here?
Of course you do.
Big stop.
I would say,
send Zeladon on a run route here. Just
These
send
guys
him to the post.
are used to people running the ball against them. Spread them out. Okay, that's the best chance you're going to have.
I agree. That same set, handoff inside, cutting right, Corbin, and I tell you what, so far that play has gone for close to 20 yards in 2 plays.
It's that set. They basically have 2, I would say, fullback.
Halfbacks.
Yeah, halfback guys that are basically their blockers. They're basically using Trinity's defense against them, or Trinity's offense against Trinity's defense, basically.
Well, they should be used to it.
Right. But they're not used to another team coming in. They're used to scouting them for what we did the first couple weeks.
Same setup, and this time Trinity says no to DeMarco Corbin as they get a hold of his legs. That's number 38 for Trinity, Nick Walker, the 5'10", 165-pound junior who grabs a hold of the shoelaces of DeMarco Corbin and yanks him down. Prescott will leave the game for Trinity. 3rd down, long 4. Ball marked at the 33-yard line. Anderson takes it right behind Corbin. He's going to be close to the first down. I think he's going to end up about a half a yard short. This is another one of those marks. The linesman on this side is giving him a favorable mark. The linesman on the far side is calling it a first down. This is real close. They may actually have to bring the chains out. I mean, we can see that it's not.
I'm right down the line.
I agree.
They're going to call for the sticks, but they're going to be about a half yard short.
I would agree with that.
Or actually,
two different spots.
It's not half a yard. I would
maybe
say
a football,
yard, like a football, right?
Maybe a football short.
Yeah,
we'll
about
go ahead.
3 chains. Go ahead.
We'll keep it. No, we'll keep it right here while they make the measurement. And I'll take this opportunity to put my binoculars on, so I can give you a real good idea of how short. Looks like it maybe the length of the football as they pull the chain taut. Not even that far. Half the football. So it is 4th down. Will Darren Ullman roll the dice right here in his own territory, or do you play field possession, try to get off a good kick here, and pin Trinity's ears back in their own offensive end?
Well, we'll find out. I don't see any kickers running for the now it looks like they're going to go for it. They're holding up the blue and red and all the different color signs out there, so I'm assuming that means we're going for it.
All right, big play number 2. First one on the offensive side for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. Game clock has got plenty of time, so does the play clock. Under center this time, Trevor Anderson, and they'll push forward, and there's a flag. My guess is somebody moved, or it may have been offsides, but because the umpire pulled his flag, I'm going to say it was movement.
It was a illegal snap, I believe. He kind of pumped it. The center.
So how does that change things? First time we have seen a Colleyville Heritage Panther quarterback under center.
Yeah, Jacob Kramer and Trey Poirier and Patrick Blassing game. They jumped all kind of at the same time. So you didn't see the ball come back, but they kind of were going that direction, and then the ball came back. So they usually call that on the center because he's basically pumping the ball.
Stephen Bodish is going to kick, so Darren Ullman decides that 4th and 5 is not a smart time to roll the dice again. Snap back is good. Bodish, right foot into it. Cooper back to receive. It'll hit at the 35, roll to the 30, and now come right to Reed Harrison Ducrow, who downs it at the 29-yard line. So that point is the point, where the Trinity Trojans will take over possession number 2. We'll take a deep brief timeout and be back. 1:12 to go in quarter number 1. No score from Pennington Field.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Trinity's got the ball in the I formation. They'll snap it, hand off to Jerron Wilson going left. He breaks one tackle, is able to drag the second tackler out to the, we'll call it the 38-yard line. So a run of 9 to start. Possession number, is it 2 or 3 now for possession number 3 for the Trinity Trojans. Wilson, who's gone 78 rushes before this game for 456 yards and 5 touchdowns, has been the key offensive running back for the Trojans. Nate now in the shotgun by himself, 3 receivers to the near side. Fakes the handoff. He wants to throw, does the left-hander. Now he's getting pressure. Tank Johnson's there. He throws it, and it's caught. What a great throw by Tyler Nate, and that's going to be a first down.
Well, even a better catch by Jerron Wilson. That thing was down by his shoes, and he had to dive, and he got the first down for the Trinity Trojans. Really nice athletic play by Jerron Wilson. And going in this game, he only had 1 catch, by the way, for 1 yard. So really nice athletic play by the Trinity running back.
10 seconds to go in quarter number 1. We'll have to see if we get this snap off. They'll go with the power I formation. Motion to the left, snap back Nate. Pitches left to Wilson. Wilson trying to get the edge. He's got it to the 40, 45, and he lays the shoulder down into, is that Trevor Anderson out there? No. That's Nick Felix out there on the right corner.
My guy.
There is a flag on the field. Let's go ahead and see what the call is from our referee crew. It's a hold against Trinity, so that will back them up. That'll negate a nice gain, and it'll put them in a first down and 20 as we have concluded period number 1. We will step aside. A surprise, no score from Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas. You're listening to Heritage Football, Colleyville Heritage Panther Football, and Trinity Trojan Football on Champion Sports Radio. Back in a moment.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
Back in Bedford, Texas at Pennington Field.
The great Pennington
The great Pennington Field. High above Pennington Field, he's Chris Beam. I'm Doug Branch alongside our statistician tonight, Randy Wesley. No score, Randy. Not a lot to do down there as statistician, huh? What was that? Bring him up.
I'll bring him up. Go ahead.
No, it's all the same. Just a bunch of running, just kind of hanging out.
Well, how many yards so far do we have on each side through the first quarter?
Well, through the first quarter, Trinity's got 63 and Heritage got 20.
So not a lot of offense, they would say.
No, a lot of defense.
Trinity's got the ball, 1st and 20. Ball's at the 31. Back to pass. Nate, left-hander, lobs it up towards the 40. Ducrow back to cover, and he does a great job on the intended receiver. Number 23, Greg Garner, the 5'11", 164-pound sophomore for the Trinity Trojans, had nowhere to go. Now, I take that back. We took a break thinking it was the end of the quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it right here then.
Yeah.
As it was an untimed down because of the penalty.
It was an offensive penalty. The last play of a quarter cannot end in an offensive penalty, so they took one more.
That explains why they came back, and
I think they had to figure that out, actually, because we took a minute break, so.
And it didn't seem like it was that long. My breaks are not long enough. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. So Pennington Field.
Kind of neat. We've got scores scrolling on the television above us. By the way, I want to mention, thanks to our good buddy over at Channel 8, Pete Delkus, for this great weather tonight. always like to thank the weather guys. 81 degrees here at Pennington Field, and it's actually gorgeous night. Wind is blowing out of the south, so it's not a lot of humidity.
That is southeasterly wind, by the way.
Oh,
SE.
southeasterly. I'm sorry. East-southeast at 2.
Yeah, at 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, we're going to put you out at the airport.
Me?
Let you announce that. That'll be your next gig if you bring that up again.
Boy, Richland all over Haltom right now.
Yeah, it's 16-0, and we look up and we see Carroll High School beating Abilene. Of course, that same Abilene Wildcat team was able to win game number 1 of the season over your Colleyville Heritage Panthers. So Trinity's got it now. 2nd down and 19. I'm not sure how they gained a yard. 2nd and 19. Handoff. Wilson going right. Got a little room to the 30. Now the 35, 40. Couldn't tell if they got, that was Tank Johnson. He did get the face mask because I do see a flag, and a fist from Coach Darren Allman on the sideline.
He's going to call a horse collar tackle, and I'm going to disagree because what a horse collar tackle is
when you hold on and bring them down.
Yes, you have to have a jerking motion.
Oh, they picked it up.
They did.
Picked the flag up.
Okay, so you have to have it, and this is probably why, because when he went by and grabbed him, he really didn't grab him. He almost jerked him. He grabbed his jersey and flew right off. A horse collar tackle in the definition in the rule book is you have to grab inside the shoulder pads and having a jerking motion down to the back of his legs. It's to protect your knees. It's the Roy Williams rule. And I saw
former Dallas Cowboy.
Yes, and I saw Roy Williams do that many a times on the field.
Well, he not only would do that, he would grab on and then he would lift his feet up and let his weight literally.
That's what it is. You pull, you yank down into the back of your
Nate T to throw. Man, wide open on the left side to the 50, down to the 40, and tackled there by Ryan Philippi. That is the running back, number 28, Jerron Wilson, who had only caught 1 ball before that reception, and that's going to go for a Trinity Trojan first down all the way to the 40.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by Jerron Wilson and Tyler Nate. Nice play design. What they did is they cleared out that side of the field, and Wilson came out of the backfield, and a nice throw by the Trinity quarterback to hit a wide open Wilson down the left-hand side of the field.
Nate has looked to throw a number of times, but has only completed that pass. Here's a pitch back to Wilson again. Oh, standing on the side, ready to absorb that, and that was Jared Crouch, and he does a nice job to pull down the very sturdy and steady running back, Jerron Wilson.
Yeah, real nice play by the senior, I would say, rover/safety now.
Yeah, almost playing a linebacker position, coming up and having to support the run.
Senior, yeah, really nice play coming up playing the run. There's going to be a lot of guys coming up and playing the run tonight, buddy.
10:28 to go in the half. No score from Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas. Nate T will set up in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the high side, 1 to the low side. 2nd and 10. Motion. He'll keep it up the middle, and there's a host of Trinity linemen trying to get blocks for him, but the Panthers are there to swallow him up after close to a 4-yard gain for the quarterback, Tyler Nate. He likes to run the ball, does not like to hand it off on that sweep.
Yeah, Tyler Nate is a big guy. I was down on the field pregame, and I saw him, and I was like, it says 6 foot 225. He looks bigger than that. I mean, he may have 50 of it in his legs, to be honest with you, because he is a big cat.
3rd and 6. This is the down and distance that Darren Allman wanted for his defense. Nate spins out to the left. He'll keep it, and he's going to maybe get to the first down yardage. Yes, it looks like they'll mark it all the way to the 30, and he just gets there after a nice 6-yard carry.
Yeah,
you're basically stopping a lineman for the better part.
Yes, I mean, this guy is a big, thick quarterback. I mean, he's more of a running back that's taking snaps. That's what he's doing.
Trinity will take the line of scrimmage quickly, snap quickly, handoff inside. Getting to the 20, now the 25, breaking a tackle and all the way down to the 12 or the 17-yard line. I believe that was Adams. No, Michael Perez.
Pardon me.
I wasn't the only one fooled.
Yeah, Michael Perez getting some action, relieving Wilson. Trinity is really good about running their running backs in, if that makes any sense. I mean, they're always changing out their running backs and fullbacks.
Nate on the far hash, 1 receiver out in the pattern. He'll hand it off to Wilson, coming left, got room to the 10, turns the corner to the 5, and I believe his knee was down. They're going to call it a touchdown.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I think his knee was down before he got to the goal line. But and the officials are discussing that.
Yeah, I thought his knee was down at the 1 yard line, to be honest with you, because he kind of, the way he fell, he really didn't dive for the end zone. He kind of fell at the 1 and then fell into the end zone, to be honest with you.
See if they have a replay while we have the extra point to come. That's Luis Martinez.
Here you go. Here's your replay up on
the extra point. We'll look at the extra point here in the arena.
Yeah,
he was
down.
definitely down at the
down.
2 yard line. Snap is up, and it is blocked.
Go.
And this could be returned.
Go.
Still in the end zone. Now coming out of the end zone
Harrison
with the
Ducrow.
football. I don't know. It's Ducrow, and he's
Harrison Ducrow.
And he's tackled at the 12-yard line. So that'll go as a missed extra point, as it was blocked, and I could not see who blocked it, but it's only a 6-0 Trinity lead. They score here, 8:35 to go in the half. A little bit surprising right now that it's only a 6-0 game.
Yeah, real big surprise because, Trinity coming into this game played a Baltimore team and scored some
42 points, I believe.
41 points.
41?
Yeah,
it's
Eastern
41,
Christian
32.
Academy, 41-3. Then Rockwall Heath at AT&T Stadium, it was 17-14. So this team scores points. I really do believe that they will score a lot more points tonight, but I believe that the Colleyville Heritage Panthers will get their offensive groove going and put a lot of points on the board as well. It's hard to keep a Colleyville Heritage offense like the kind of offense they have to a shutout. That's going to be real tough for the Trinity Trojans. There will be a couple plays that will be broken.
Trinity scoring summary: 10 plays, 71 yards, 4 minutes and 37 seconds off the clock to put the first 6 points on the board for the Trinity Trojans. One of the top teams in the state of Texas, and of course one of the top teams in District 7-6A.
I don't think they have lost a district game in probably about 3 years. I knew last year they lost 7. They went 7-0 in district last year. So
Abilene and Carroll now knotted at 14 over at Dragon Stadium.
Well, I was surprised about Coppell now finally got points on the board, but Coppell and LD Bell was let the ball go out of bounds. Maybe not.
Salinas has got it, going left, got an angle, cuts back, and he's going to run right into a Trinity Trojan kickoff defender. And the ball will be down at the 26-yard line. Had he gotten past him, he might have been able to get the corner and been gone, but did not have the right angle to do that.
There was a lot of dancing on that play, and he needed to get north-south rather than he was heading more east-west.
He was kind of doing the samba and not the quick step.
Yes, he needed to get
that was pretty good, wasn't it?
That was really good, yeah. Even though the stadium goes east-west, he was
going
south-north,
north-south.
North-south. So,
and that's never a good thing when you're going the wrong 50-yard way. So Trevor Anderson is in the backfield, 2 runners to his left. He'll throw. Got a man open, caught Salinas, and he falls down. Not even tackled, and it's about a 2-yard gain. But that'll be the first completion for Trevor Anderson. 8:16 to go in the first half.
Yeah, that was a really nice play. Salinas tripped on, I think, what did he trip on? The 27-yard line, you'd say?
Either that or a blade of grass.
Yeah, because there was nobody around him at that particular time. So sometimes you get a little anxious when you're out there and there's nobody in front of you and you kind of trip.
To Bernie and Corbin in the backfield. Anderson to throw.
Ooh.
As soon as he felt contact, he didn't try to run through it. He just tried to hit the turf as soon as he could and give him about 2 yards on the gain. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Balls marked at the 31-yard line.
I thought that was not really a face mask, but like an ear hole. The guy grabbed him inside the ear hole and pulled him down from behind. That could be should have been a face mask, to be honest with you. It's a whatever. You can't grab the ear hole and pull him down, I guess.
4 receivers, well, actually 2 running backs, 3 receivers. Snap back to Anderson. He'll throw high, and it's one of those ones that you don't want to have to go up and get. Jackson Zeladon, as he's hit right in the chest after the pass goes over his head. It's going to be, actually it's only 2nd down. It'll be 3rd down now.
That was third.
4th down now and 6. Or they'll call it on the big board here, 4th and 5, which I would anticipate another Stephen Bodish kick to Bobby Cooper.
Yeah, I think that was Camden Arnold, number 9, on that play, actually, on that catch.
Oh, on the far
yes,
side.
Yes, on the far side.
8 and 9, man. They look the same to me.
Especially these jerseys. Just the way, because the jerseys are so tight now, they kind of bunch where the 8 and the 9 is. But that was definitely somewhat of a medicine ball.
Flag. This could go in Trinity's favor.
No, it's in Colleyville's favor. That's an offside.
Offside?
They jumped the gun.
Cooper's got it.
So we're going to get a first down.
He received it at the 32, took it back to the 42, give him about 10 yards on the return.
Colleyville's about to get the ball back here. Watch this.
Let's check the hanky on the field.
I thought number 11, Tipa Galei.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, he jumped a little early on that play. He was running at a full sprint before the punt. So
all right, so the phonetic of it is Naliahi. Naliahi instead of Galele, which is what it looks like to you.
It's an automatic first down, Colleyville. Colleyville has the ball back.
So the offside will give the ball back to the Panther offense and put them in business at the 41.
The Trinity Trojans have had a really nice rush on all the punts. All the punts have been really close to being blocked. The punts have been more high tonight rather than they have been lately, kind of flat and long. So he's been punting him a little bit higher, and they got a little anxious on that play, and he took off a little early. So 5-yard penalty, automatic first
Answer
down.
this after this play, but with them rushing so hard, would it be easy to get a little screen pass in on a fake? Here comes the double reverse.
Yep.
Philippe's got it. One block. He catches it. He's got the corner. He's got one man to beat. Oh, goodness gracious. He lowers the right shoulder. It pancakes the defender. And that was number 21 for Trinity. Poor guy. It's Matt Munoz that takes the brunt of the Ryan Philippi offensive possession.
Hey, Munoz came up. He thought he was going to make a tackle.
I'm sorry to laugh.
Philippi
he just killed him.
Just lowered his shoulder and ran right through him.
First down at the 49. Snap back. Anderson looking to throw. Rolling left. Got a man breaking open. He doesn't see him. He's going to take off. Uses his feet and gets out of bounds after close to a 5-yard gain. That'll make it second and manageable 5.
I think it's really hard for a quarterback sometimes, especially for a guy who hasn't done it. I mean, he hasn't taken a lot of snaps. Even Darren Allman said, like, last week was the first 3 days to take snaps all year long. So it's hard to, like, manage when the guy is actually open. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Because there's some guys that are open, but they may not look open.
Well, that was Jackson Zeldon. We're going to have a timeout on the field. Colleyville has called it. We will take it with them. 6:51 to go. It's a Trinity 6, Colleyville Heritage Panthers nothing. Panthers driving. Back in a moment on Champion Sports Radio.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Back in Bedford, Texas at Pennington Field alongside Chris Beam. I'm Doug Branch. Also Randy Wesley up here in the press box working stats for us tonight on Champion Sports Radio. We want to remind you that the Colleyville Heritage Panthers are on Champion Sports Radio. This broadcast of the Grapevine-Colleyville Independent School District is sponsored by the Jason Ridley Agency, Whirly Ball, In Command Broadcasting, Point to Origin Design, and ShockboxDFW.com. Handoff up the middle for Colleyville Panthers here on a 2nd and 6. Jamari Williams goes absolutely nowhere as a nice job by Jalen Bevel and Chris Daniels, the 2 defensive tackles for the Trinity Trojans. And it will be 3rd down and 6. They'll spot the ball at the 47.
Yeah, the Colleyville Heritage Panthers are really going to need to pick this thing up because they haven't been doing a very good job of that tonight.
Anderson looks to throw, gets the screen out to Salinas, and he'll go absolutely nowhere, and we're going to have a flag, probably a hold. So they'll wave that off, and this will most likely be another Colleyville punt.
Looks like number 11, or is that 17 or 11 that's coming off the field holding his elbow for the Trinity Trojans. If that's number 11, that's a big loss. Tipa Galei.
Well, it's a Tipa Nahali Ai.
That's how you say it?
Well, let me spell it for you. NAHIL-AH-EE. That's phonetic.
That's right there? Man.
Yes.
Jeez, well, I'm going to let you say that.
Not even what it looks like.
No.
Was that a hold, by the way? I did not hear the call.
Yeah, I believe that was a hold.
So Stephen
Bodish,
Bodish,
one of the offensive line or the wide receivers.
Bodish will come in to kick. An offside here would do essentially no good as it's 4th and 9. Bobby Cooper will go back and they'll set up defensively. Bodish loses it. He's going to get past one of the linemen, gets off a relatively good kick, and it's going down to get it out of that's going to get there. You got to throw it, son. It went out of bounds.
It should have went out of bounds right there.
Yeah, I don't know why this guy's walking up. Look at this.
He's walking there,
he's
right?
Walking.
But why? This is why
you
I
got
understand.
one guy calling it a touchback, and you got this other inexperienced official. Now he doesn't even have his spot marked.
No. It hit out of bounds.
Yes, but what he is saying is that he didn't see it. So he's asking the referee to try and spot where it went out of bounds. They didn't see it go out of bounds, and I guarantee you this goes as a Trinity ball on the 20-yard line. It's going to be a touchback. No. Now he walks back to the 17-yard line, and that's where they're going to place it.
It's going to be on the 18-yard line.
Why do you say that?
Well, no, because
he's standing at the 17.
No, 17.
All right, you lost. That's another $5.
No, you said 20. You said 20. Here's the funny thing is I don't know why the Trinity coach was running down there and like marking it and like looking at the referee like this is where you mark it. Dude, you'd rather that be at the 20.
You got an official that still has his hat on. As soon as that ball went out of bounds, he should have been dropping his hat or a beanbag and blowing it dead.
Well,
here's Nate coming left, stiff arm. Nice job there. He'll get up to the 26-27. Don't know who that was. That was Max. Or check that. That was McCoy.
Mason
McKay, who got stiff-armed by the quarterback and thrown to his back.
Jeez. That was a stiff arm, boy. I mean, he threw that thing out there, and McKay hit the ground. I mean, that's a really nice run by the quarterback.
Another 10-yard gain for Tyler Nate. 5:16 to go in the first half. Nate under center. I formation behind him. It's Wilson in the deep back spot. He'll hand it off, coming forward. He's met after about a 5-yard gain. It's one of those situations. Coach Darren Allman said he wanted to get this defense off the field as much as he could, and a quick series by the offense giving the ball back, even after the penalty gave them a second life and a first down. But this defense seems to be tiring just a hair.
Yeah, especially against this kind of big, heavy set. They're not a real tall bunch of guys for the offensive line for the Trinity Trojans. No, they got two big guys. They have one guy that's 5'5".
Devin Abdullah checks in for Trinity. Motion coming towards the right side. They'll hand it off. He gets the corner. No, I checked that. Up the middle is the quarterback, Nate. Man, the problem is it's hard to see whether he gives the ball with that black uniform. He sticks it in the stomach, and they do a good job of faking because it's obvious that your play-by-play announcer is completely faked out. But another first down for the Trinity Trojans as they're now up to their own 39, just over 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, Sioli Fakahula. I'm sorry, that's a hard name. He's 5'5", 242, but he was just manhandling Garrett Scotch on that play. It was unbelievable. He's on the ground.
Nate keeps it again, run out of bounds by Nick Felix at the 48-yard line as Nate continues from the quarterback position to fake to everyone, keep the football, and continue to run for large gapes of yardage.
You know what I thought was really interesting when I was watching, or I was looking at plays of Trinity this week?
Can you give us that name again, by the way?
Man, it's Fakahua.
Fakahula.
Okay, whatever you just said.
All right, well, we'll go with that. Here's a pitch coming left to the 50. Now the 40, 45, and out at the 40. And that's Fred Adams. Adams normally sets up as the fullback, but this time he's the halfback in the I formation. And now Trinity seems to have their run game working to precision.
Yeah, Ryan Philippi on the tackle there. And I'm telling you, he is probably one of the – when he's running downhill, he is a load when he hits you. He took that big running back right out of bounds. And when he hit him, he went out of bounds.
Handoff inside.
Big
And this
hole.
goes for big yardage. Kicks it out to the right, to the 20, down to the 15, 14, rolled down at the 12. Ball comes loose. Trinity's got it. Turnover at the 11-yard line.
Colleyville's got it. You said Trinity.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
Colleyville's got it.
Colleyville's got it. Well, we are broadcasting for both schools tonight, so
Trinity had the ball, and they do not anymore. Colleyville got the ball. One thing that Lineweaver said in the pregame, he says, we really need to hold on to the ball. And Darren Allman, what did he say? He says, we need to get some turnovers tonight if we're going to stay in this ball game. He says, when I was with Austin Westlake, we beat Trinity once. And the reason why we beat them is because we got a lot of turnovers against this Trinity ball club. And he said that was one of the keys of this for him and his Colleyville Heritage Ball Club tonight.
Fred Adams put it on the turf, and the Colleyville Heritage Panthers get it back. They've got the 11-yard line and 3 minutes and 36 seconds to work. Anderson, he'll fake it. Now he's going to be I believe they grabbed a face mask. 2 flags come down. That should be 15 yards and a first down out to the 26-yard line. We'll listen for the call. And that's exactly what it was. Anderson went to pass, immediately started to run, which even with his speed, maybe not the most cerebral of decisions with a big defensive lineman standing right in front of him, and that was Tippa. All right, you're going to make me have to do this. Nali'ai, if that's right. And Tippa descales, so to speak, in the wrong direction. First down, handoff, coming right. Seal the corner, got a block, and run backwards. Should have kept going, lowered his shoulder, but Trinity's there, a host of Trojans, and they'll hold him to no gain as run out of bounds as Jackson Zeladon.
Yeah, that was kind of a student body right type play, kind of like Trinity does with Zeladon. A motion play, give him the ball, try to see if he can get out the back door with his nice speed and
Anderson back in the shotgun. 4 receivers to go in the pattern. He'll run it up the middle. Got some good blocking, and he just slides down.
Yeah.
Tell you, I know he's protecting himself, but that's not going to get you a first down doing that when you've got room to run.
Yeah, he really needs to.
Of course, we do not know who the backup is tonight if he were to get hurt, which you would not want to happen.
Well, I mean, I get Clayton Oliver could probably go in there. He just couldn't carry the ball in his right hand.
I don't even think he's suited out, which is the bigger problem.
Yeah, you know what I would do? I would just make it a running game and just snap the ball in shotgun to
go Wildcat.
Yeah, DeMarco Corbin.
Back to throw. Anderson gets a heavy rush. He's running the right way, throws on the run, and can't hit Salinas, who unfortunately does not give 100% effort. It did not look like to try and get that one. If he leaves his feet at all, he should have a catch.
Yeah, he got one hand on the ball. That was going to be a tough catch. Don't get me wrong. It was going to be a tough catch, but that's a tough that Salinas needs to make if he's going to be starting for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, especially when your quarterback's rolling out towards you to his dominant side. He throws it on you, and you throw one hand up there. Give a little bit better of an effort. And I'm not saying he's giving bad effort, but you need to catch that ball for first down. Big play.
Bodish to punt. Big rush again from the Trojans, and he gets off a great kick. Cooper's got it at the 22, coming left. He's got a wall, but he does not get to it. Nice job on the outside.
Yeah.
By number 45 for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. We'll call that Polini now, who made sure that he set the edge and did a good job to drive Cooper back to the inside where he was tackled at the 29-yard line. We'll give him 7 on the return.
But Colleyville, with their punt coverage, they're always going to have a lot of room. They're always going to have a really nice basically special teams getting down there, because basically what Trinity's doing, they're selling out. They're selling out on their special teams, trying to go for the block, and that's basically why they can get down there.
Shotgun formation from Tyler Nate, and deep behind him, 9 yards, is the running back, Jerron Wilson. Snap back Nate. Hands it right. Nope, he keeps it, and he'll run. And this is really to the benefit of the Panthers as the clock continues to run down here. A team that can go vertical with the football in 1 minute and 20 seconds is enough time to get into scoring position. Unless you give up a huge chunk of run to the quarterback, Nate, I don't believe Trinity's going to be able to put any more points on the board before the half.
Yeah, but,
I love how the wide receiver doesn't even go into the huddle. Neither one of them in the huddle. How are you going to know what the play is?
Well, there's a lot of teams that go no huddle, and you just look to the sideline. They'll tell you what the play is.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming this is going to be a run.
Motion coming. Yeah. Snap. Quarterback keeps it. He's got a little bit of room. He might get the first down. And, oh, boy, I'll tell you what. If McKay had come with a little bit of a chop from behind, that ball might come loose because Nate has no idea that he's on his 6 ready to tackle him.
You basically have to – it's not a chop down.
It's up.
It's a chop up. When he's standing there, you need to come up from behind, and you need to take your left hand and make it a ball and just come up through the quarterback, and that ball would have popped out pretty easily.
28 seconds to go. Handoff, and nice job. Even though he was buried on his back by the blocker, he was able to get his leg out, and that was Mason McKay again to trip up the runner for a short 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9, ball spotted at the 41. And Trinity is going to say, we have had enough with this very tough Colleyville Heritage Panther defense. We will go to halftime. 6-0, Trinity Trojans around the state of Texas. That's a shocker because I know a lot of people expected the Trojans to run through the Panthers. Not to be the case. When we come back, it is the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show next on Champion Sports Radio.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute online at gdyo.org/jazz. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers.
Nationwide is on your side.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
Do you need a boost in exposure? Want to reach local, community-minded folks with information about your business? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games for more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. It's also a way for your business to give back to the community by helping all these well-deserving student-athletes get some recognition for their accomplishments. The cost simply can't be beat for the effect it will have. You get a lot of bang for your buck, and best of all, it provides an opportunity for the best advertisement of all, word of mouth. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow at Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
It's halftime, the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show here at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas. Let's go down to the field and listen to the pride of Colleyville High School, the Colleyville High School Panther Band. All right, back on the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show. That was the Colleyville Heritage Panther Band. Nice job by them. We'll go ahead and give you first half stats here from Pennington Field, where the Trinity Trojans lead the Colleyville Heritage Panthers
by a score of 6-0. The scoring summary went like this. Jerron Wilson on a 13-yard run. Luis Martinez had the extra point blocked at 8:38 of the second quarter. That was the only scoring opportunity for Reed Harrison Ducrow to try and return the blocked extra point, but was not to avail for the Colleyville Panthers, who arguably struggled a little bit on offense. Total yards only 48 for Colleyville, 4 first downs. They were 12 for 46 running, and DeMarco Corbin had the majority of those yards.
Yeah, DeMarco Corbin started off his first run of the game. It looked like this was going to be a really good game for DeMarco Corbin, but after that, it kind of he's had two really solid runs, and after that, it was kind of the Trinity Trojan defense kind of stiffened a little bit and haven't gave up a lot of yards to the Colleyville Heritage offense.
Colleyville 2 for 8 throwing the football on the arm of Trevor Anderson for no yards. On the other side, 2 for 4 for Tyler Naty and 20 yards passing. So it's been the struggle of two really good defenses trying to hold down two offenses, and one scoring drive for Colleyville, and they lead 6-0 here at halftime. It's the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show alongside Chris Beam. I'm Doug Branch, and a little surprised, Chris, at this score. You mentioned it just a moment ago. After the first run of the game, a nice 12-yard scamper from DeMarco Corbin. He's had a couple of good runs since then, but they have not been able to gash this Trinity defense.
Yeah, they haven't gotten into a rhythm per se. Usually the Colleyville Heritage offense, when it's really going, it's more of a real rhythm offense, and they're basically just reloading every play, and so far it hasn't been like that tonight. The Trinity Trojan defense has they really run to the football. I mean, they've got some fast guys out there, and man, it's been tough for the Colleyville Heritage offense.
216 yards of total offense for the Trinity Trojans that, of course, lead this one 6-0. They've got 12 first downs, rushing 27 for 196. And, of course, the one big stat on the Trinity side is the fumbles and loss. They've fumbled once and lost that in the red zone at the 11-yard line, which hampered a possible scoring opportunity.
Yeah, not just the fumble on that big long run by number 20, but
that was Adams, 25.
No, it was actually 20.
That fumbled?
No, it was 20 who fumbled.
Really?
Yes, you called it wrong. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, you can hit me on that. Michael Perez.
Yeah, Michael Perez fumbled on the 10-yard line. But another play that was huge for the Colleyville Heritage defense was they got the fourth down stop on the 25-yard line against Trinity. Trinity thought they were just going to manhandle the Colleyville defense, and that was a big stop by the Colleyville Heritage Panther defense, and that's basically sums up the game.
Halftime here at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas. Almost called it Bennington, like Bedford and Pennington together, Bennington Field. But it's Pennington Field in Bedford. Great turnout crowd tonight. Trinity stands always packed on the near side. And, of course, a lot of Colleyville Heritage Panther fans making the short drive down just north of Bedford for this game. It's 6-0. Trinity over Heritage, probably a shocker, as I said earlier, to those around the state that this game is this low scoring, but it's a tribute to Darren Allman's very good defense. The front four doing a great job, and, of course, the secondary completely keeping the passing game shut down, only allowing 20 yards. When we come back, the halftime show rolls on. We will have a listen to the Trinity Trojan Marching Band. That's next here on Champion Sports Radio.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers.
Nationwide is on your side.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2nd, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the #1 cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be three things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute, online at gdyo.org/jazz.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hurst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShotboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
It's a Jason Ridley Agency halftime show from Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas on Champion Sports Radio. I'm Doug Branch along with Chris Beam and Randy Wesley doing stats for us down on the far side of the booth. Chris Beam has got scores from around the area. He'll give it to you now. Chris?
Yeah, let's first check out District 7-6A, which would be the one that we're currently in. Coppell leads Hurst-LD Bell 21-3. LD Bell came out and kicked a field goal, and then everything else has been Coppell. They've scored 21 straight on that one. Richland is all over Haltom 43-3. That's only in the second quarter. That's going to be a huge deficit at the end of that game. And obviously, you know, Hurst Trinity up 6-0 over the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. Let's go to District 6-6A that has Flower Mound Marcus up on Allen 17-14. Plano leads Flower Mound 28-7. Sorry about that, Doug. Louisville 10, Hebron nothing.
Oh, that's okay. I don't mind.
Plano West 42. McKinney Boyd 14. Denton Geyer 30, Keller 12 from District 5-6A. Denton Ryan 15, Keller Central 14. And Trophy Club Byron Nelson 16 and Keller Timber Creek nothing.
I thought they were known for their golf.
Who, Keller?
No, Byron Nelson.
Byron Nelson? Yeah, they're better golf school than they are football school.
I don't know.
Okay. Arlington Martin 39, Arlington Lamar 13. We go down to District 8-6A, Mansfield 10, Duncanville 7. DeSoto 26, Grand Prairie nothing at the Gopher Bowl over in Grand Prairie. South Grand Prairie 21, Midlothian 6. Let's go to District 9-6A, Skyline 21, Irving nothing. And Jesuit all over Sunset 44-0. Let's go to District 10-6A, North Mesquite 9, Highland Park 7. Lake Highlands 16, Richardson Berkner 7, Mesquite Horn 21, Mesquite 7, and Richardson 28, Richardson Pierce 17. Let's go out to District 11 6A. Saxe, excuse me. I screwed that up last week, too. Saxe 14, Garland 10, Garland Lakeview Central 21, Rockwall 34.
And we thought the players' names for Trinity was going to give us a hard time.
Gosh, shut up. District 55A, Denton 22, Chisholm Trail. Saginaw Chisholm Trail. Saginaw Chisholm Trail 7. Now you're screwing me up.
That's all right. Keep going. I love it.
No, I know you love this.
This is going to be great fodder.
Okay.
Look at the dads out there having a good time.
Yeah, let's go out to, District 10 6A. Oh, I already did 10 6A. That's my bad. District 9 5A, The Colony 38, Frisco Independence nothing, Frisco Wakeland 7, and Frisco Liberty 3. That's at Toyota Stadium over in Frisco. Let's go down to District 11 5A, Carrollton Newman Smith 7, Byron Adams 0.
It's the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show, rolling on with more scores. Chris Beam.
Let's go to, what do you want to see now? You want to go down to taps or what?
You got a minute and 20 seconds to do whatever you're going to do.
Okay, let's go on to some non-district action. South Lake Carroll 42, Abilene 21.
Well, that one stretched out here in the last quarter, I suppose.
Yeah, that game was close. It was 14-7 in the first quarter. So that really came, well, South Lake Carroll turned it into a track meet apparently. Carrollton Ranchview 7, Aubrey nothing. Pilot Point 29, Bonham 7. Kennedale 35, Carter 13. Lincoln 20, and Lake Worth 7. Salina 20, Melissa 0. Kaufman 14, Palestine 7. They probably need Adrian Peterson over there in Palestine, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's not doing anything for the Vikings right now, so I suppose he could go back over and play in Palestine.
Saginaw 28, Whitesboro 7. Go ahead.
All right, it's the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show. We're about 7 minutes away from the start of the second half. Thank you, Chris Beam, for scores.
Me, it's Palestine, not Palestine.
Palestine.
Sorry.
At least it's not sachet.
It's sachet.
All right, back with more on the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show. We roll on in just a moment.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Shell experts here to talk about the protective shield you see at Shell stations all over the country. Featuring us. It's there to remind you that no other gasoline protects your engine better than Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines. Mm-hmm. Now with 20% more cleaning agents than before.
Performance-robbing gunk doesn't stand a chance because your intake valves and fuel injectors are protected.
Actively shielded.
Hence the big protective shield here.
So try Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines today. No other gasoline protects your engine better.
For quality auto service and repair, see the folks at Flat Shell on Preston Road at I-635.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow at Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
Back on the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show, where the Trinity Trojans lead the Colleyville Heritage Panthers 6-0. Doug Branch along with Chris Beam. Let's real quick go over the individual stats for the first half. Trevor Anderson, 2 of 8 for 0 yards running the football. Anderson had 5 attempts for 16 yards. DeMarco Corbin had 4 for 16. Ryan Philippi, 1 for 13. Jackson Zeladon, 1 for 1 yard. And Jamari Williams, 1 for no yards. Receiving, Kevin Salinas caught 2 passes and gained no yards. On the Trinity side of the football, Tyler Naty was 2 of 4 for 20 yards. Both receptions went to Jerron Wilson. He recorded 2 receptions, of course, for those same 20 yards. Tyler Naty led the rushing attack, 11 attempts for 74 yards. Michael Perez, 3 for 54. Unfortunately, he also had a fumble. Jerron Wilson, 8 rushes for 44 yards. Fred Adams, 3 for 22. And Elijah Tassani, 2 for 2. So it's a 6-0 Trinity lead here. We're about 3.5 minutes. Oh, I was just giving a stats update.
Okay.
And I'm guessing that's way louder in my ear than it is, on the radio.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, let's take this time to go down and listen to the pride of Euless Trinity High School. It's the Trinity Marching Band. It's the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show. Trinity leads Colleyville Heritage 6-0. We'll step aside with a few more commercials. Back in a moment.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Shell experts here to talk about the protective shield you see at Shell stations all over the country.
Featuring us.
It's there to remind you that no other gasoline protects your engine better than Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines. Now with 20% more cleaning agents than before.
Performance-robbing gunk doesn't stand a chance because your intake valves and fuel injectors are protected.
Actively shielded.
Hence the big protective shield here.
So try Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines today. No other gasoline protects your engine better.
For quality auto service and repair, see the folks at Flat Shell on Preston Road at I-635.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow at Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
Back at halftime, it's homecoming here for the Trinity Trojans. A little extended halftime as the band is still on the field. We have yet to see either team return. Right now, Trinity trying to figure out how to put more than 6 points on the board. Heritage.
I've seen one team return.
They are down there.
They've worked out, and they're down there. The only problem is it says double zeros all on the Trinity Trojan band is what we would call an overtime. You know?
Well, it's homecoming, so you got to, I guess, let them go a little bit longer. I suppose when the officials, there is an official on the field I see now. As the Trinity Trojans starting to appear from the western end zone, which has their actual logo in it as they share Pennington Field with the LD Bell Blue Raiders, who tonight are not having a very good go of it. Up the road in Coppell at Cowboy Field, 21-3, they are still trailing. I believe it's halftime. Carroll leading still 42-21. They've doubled up Abilene and Richland way out in front of the Halton Buffalo, 37-3. That covers all the scores in District 7-6A, along with this one. Trinity 6, Heritage nothing. Band is wrapping up on the field. We'll be back with the third quarter when we return on Champion Sports Radio after this timeout. Back in a moment.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Colleyville Heritage football would also like to spank. Not spank.
Jeez.
How about thank Excuse me. We'll have
You
to.
got
maybe we'll
Bennington
edit
Field.
Bennington Field. They'd like to spank instead of thing. Hey, you know what? It's been one of those nights, but oh well. They want to thank Steve Swanson at Whirly Ball for sponsoring this broadcast. Corporate events, team building, and private parties are more fun when you're zipping around
in a whirly bug.
In a whirly bug.
Let me tell you something. I had to go and do the whirly ball with my nephews. That was fun.
It is fun.
Oh man, so fun to do that whirly ball.
Although I got to tell you, I'm a big guy, no question about it. When somebody spanks you pretty hard from the front side, that little driving mechanism can like jab right into your chest. And let me tell you what, it hurts. So as you whirly ball, make sure you're careful. Next time I'm wearing a hockey helmet, and then I won't care if somebody smacks me across the face.
And let me tell you something. It's a fun game, you know.
2 locations to serve you, Plano and Hurst. Leagues are starting now. Visit them online
I went
at
to the Plano one.
Well, there you go, Whirly Ball. The one in Hurst is not far from here.
No.
Very close, Whirly Ball. At whirlyball.info for more information. Also, In Command Broadcasting is a sports broadcasting and marketing company providing a wide array of turnkey video productions and streaming services, including filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduation, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. You could use that over at the Dallas Cowboys. Call 972.
Documentaries? I do a documentary every week.
That's what I mean.
Jeez.
Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy for your next event with In Command Broadcasting. Also, a very big special thanks to Steve and Barb Hill of Point of Origin Design, your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, and team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable, embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's the best way to start at the right point. So visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com or let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next T-shirt. That's online, Point of Origin Design. Thomas D. Lee, do you hear that? Point of Origin Design, sir. Those golf shirts that are supposed to have Champion Sports logos on them and nice T-shirts for us. Call our friends Barb and Steve Hill at Point of Origin
There
Design.
we go.
All right.
And by the way, our statistician up here, Randy Wesley, does not know what whirly ball is.
Well, we'll tell him in the break. One other sponsor to thank, and that's the folks at ShockboxDFW.com. Visit ShockboxDFW.com to learn about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it's the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com. You know, I'm thinking about getting one of those.
Shockbox?
I got a 10-year-old that plays hockey, and one of the coaches flattened him, just laid him out because they both tried to go the same direction. And when the 240-pound guy hits the 80-pound 10-year-old, you know who loses that battle. He smacked his head pretty hard, but he popped right back up. But I still would love to know if that Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor would have sent a message to me saying that my son could have got a concussion.
So you'd have to explain to me what the shock box is. Is it like a small piece of thing that goes in the back of the helmet?
It goes in the helmet or on the back. I don't know.
I'm assuming in the back, right?
Probably attached to the back of the helmet.
Okay.
All right, second half action, third quarter action, I guess that would be considered second half action, is about to get underway. Unfortunately, the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, who received the opening kickoff, will have to put it in the air, and I believe that is Holden Lyons. Nope, Max Allen is going to kick. So they keep switching on us. Every week someone kicks extra points. Every week someone kicks off that's different. Back deep for the Trinity Trojans to receive the Max Allen offering.
Nice kick.
And this one touched at the end zone. He's going to have to fall on it. That's number 19. He's going to bring it out. Holy
serious?
cow. Must have thought that he, because it hit off his hands and went in, which would have been a muff, which he should have been able to down it in there, that it would have been a safety. So he brings it back out. That's number 19, Javante Poe.
Yeah, the Trinity coaching staff, one of the coaches are down there shaking his head, looking at him and telling him, grab the ball and take a knee.
So Trinity's first possession is going to start off, at the 8-yard line. They'll have 92 yards to go to try and score here as we start the third quarter.
This would be the worst starting position of the night. Right to left.
Front four, Crosby, Williams, Johnson, and they're going to put the spanking right there as getting through the line was
Garrett Scotch actually grabbed on and held on on that play for number 41 defensive end for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers.
Jerron Wilson was the ball carrier here. He initially got through behind a nice block of Tank Johnson, and then the defense closed in. We'll give him 4 yards on the carry. Well, make it 5. Second down and 5 at the 13. 4-3 for Colleyville. AT under center, turns around. He'll hand it off to Wilson, coming left. Got a hole. He'll get the first down. Spins out of the tackle. What a nice run by Wilson. Jerron Wilson, as he's able to pick up the first down, and 5 yards past that, give him 10 on the carry and a Trinity Trojan first down.
Real nice. That's an athletic move by Wilson. Spinning, keeping on his feet, almost like real nice leg power by basically spinning and squatting down, giving middle leverage and taking off.
Trinity hurries to the line, inside handoff to the fullback, Adams, and Adams will rush forward for 12 yards and another Trinity Trojan first down. So in 3 plays, Trinity has gone from the 7 to the 40, or check that, the 37. They've picked up 30 yards.
It looks like that was Perez on that play, actually. He's playing the number 20.
Oh, it was 20. Oh, it is 20.
Yeah, it's 20. Michael Perez. I'm sorry to interrupt you on that one.
Nope, not a worry. Yeah, I just assumed it was 25.
Yeah, Perez is playing that kind of slot fullback position.
Snap, Nate, he'll hand off to Wilson, going up the center. Got another big gouging gap, and he's able to pick up 5 yards before he's hit, and then he's drugged down by Tank Johnson. Give him 5 yards on the carry, out to the 42.
It's a really nice play design by the Trinity Trojans. You know, I'm sure in the halftime they told Tyler Nate, is it Nate?
Nate.
Tyler Nate that to hand the ball off more. You know, don't try to win the game yourself. You've got the supporting cast. Just hand it off.
Snap back, giving it to Wilson again up the middle. This time he gets to the edge, to the 50. Tries to put a move on Nick Felix, who is able to slow him down, but he's going to go all the way to the 38-yard line. Felix a little bit overpowered right there, but he did a good job of not just allowing him to go by, and that is not something that normally happens to Nick Felix. Normally he'll cut a running back coming through there, but he does a good job to keep him from getting more yards or even a touchdown.
Yeah, Cy Mose, number 72, really nice block on that play, springing Wilson.
Trinity looks unstoppable right now. Here comes a pitch, left-hand side, Wilson. Getting over and missing the tackle is Johnson, and there's a flag, and I believe we're going to have a hold. And all the way down to the 11-yard line, but I believe this one's coming back. Whoa. They better stop the chain crew. Got a flag down, and the chain crew has moved. I don't believe anybody sees the flag. The officials are talking about the chain crew has already reset. Now the official looks back to say, chain crew, go back to where you belong. They should not have moved yet. This is going to be interesting if they're going to be able to figure out where that's going to go back to, as the line judge threw the flag, and I believe it was a hold. So here they come back. The ball, I think, was at the 37, was it not? It was on the 38, so they never changed it. Poor job by the chain crew. You never move when you see the hanky on the field. So it'll be 10 yards from there.
I don't think the far line judge saw it, and he motioned to them to start moving, the head linesman to start moving, and not a very good call by the head linesman. But it looks like they got it set.
1st and 20 at the 48. That penalty may be the only thing that stops the Trinity Trojans. Movement on the left side, but the defense gets back. Nate's going to keep it. He'll go up the middle. He's met. No tackle. He breaks to the right, all the way to the 30. Steps to the tackler. Tank Johnson's there, but he can't catch up with him. Nate still on his feet, all the way down to the 18, and now it's a rugby scrum. Here comes somebody diving over the top. And right there, that play could have been over after about a 5-yard gain, but unfortunately, Pelini now, instead of wrapping up the quarterback, just kind of bumped into him and bumped right off of him.
Yeah, Tyler Nate, you're not going to be able to you're going to have to wrap him up. You're not going to be able to knock him out or think you're going to have a big hit on him. You're going to make a big hit, but you're probably just going to bounce right off because he's such a strong individual.
This is the kind of offensive output that Steve Lineweaver expected in the first half. Here's a pitch left. Wilson to the 20, and a nice job. What a nice tackle there. And that was that Philippi?
Yeah, Ryan Philippi from the free safety position.
Coming supporting the right-hand side and tackles for a loss of, we'll call it 7 yards. Jerron Wilson drugged down and getting nice support. You know, Trinity has not really thrown the football, so I'm a little surprised with the running the way that they have here, at least as we've started the second half. They've controlled the ball for the first 4 minutes here into the second half, that Trinity has not supported a little bit more and left those guys on a little bit of an island. Here's a run up the middle. They'll get another 10-yard. Ball's out, and it's picked up. It's picked up. It's going to be returned. Cannot tell who's got it, and he's going to be down at the 18-yard line, and that is Nick Felix. Boy, I'll tell you what, that could have, had Felix maybe not been tired after a long defensive set here, he might have had a chance to take that to the house going the other direction. But another critical turnover by the Trinity Trojans in the red zone.
Yeah, really nice play by the Colleyville Heritage defense to knock the ball out on number 44, the fullback Devin Abdullah, and Nick Felix picks that ball up, but that's going to be hard to take that one back because he was squared up with Patrick Vahi, the Texas commit, 6'3", 300 pounds.
Anderson's got it, hands it off inside, and DeMarco Corbin will go for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Ball be spotted at the 22, 7:44 to go in quarter number 3.
We need to keep this DeMarco Corbin train going. When he gets a really nice positive run, he seems to feed off his own runs. The first 4 games of the year, when he starts getting good runs, they start getting progressively longer. And that's what the Colleyville offense really needs to do right here.
2 receivers to the near side. Anderson in the gun. He'll take it, pitch it, right-hand side. It's caught and run forward for a 3-yard gain. Is Nico Torres, wearing 88 tonight because he's got the white uniform on instead of the number 86 black that he normally wears.
Yeah, Nike doesn't make a number
86 in white.
86 in white. I like him in 88, actually. It looks like a big wide receiver down there.
3rd down and 3 for Colleyville. You wouldn't think a 3rd and 3 would be a big play, but they have not converted many 3rd downs tonight.
They move the tight end.
From the gun, Anderson hands it off. There's a flag. DeMarco Corbin's got the 1st down, but I think this is going to come back.
Illegal formation, it looks like, I bet. See what they say.
Motion. And the line judge has had the hanky out of his pocket more often than he's had it in his pocket. 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions, and I can think of now that's the 2nd time on 3rd down that a penalty has taken away a 1st down.
Yeah, they also had one on 4th down that took away a
4th and 1.
4th and 1. So, they really need to figure this 3rd down conversion out tonight because you're definitely not going to score or have a lot of drives when you're 0-6 on 3rd down.
Tell you what, Trinity puts those defensive backs out on an island. I would love to see him take a deep shot downfield. Anderson getting rushed, and he's tripped down. And that was 39 for the Trinity Trojans.
Good luck with this name.
Anthony Fa'umu.
Yeah, Fa'umu. That's a really nice play by him. 6'1", 228-pound senior defensive end. And this Trinity Trojan defense will be coming on this punt. We got to lock down our special teams here.
Colleyville and Stephen Bodish will punt the ball, snap it from the 9-yard line. Bodish will stand about halfway back into his end zone. So Trinity has turned the ball over twice and not succumb offensively to Colleyville. Snap is back, heavy rush, and this one is straight up in the air, and the kicker is knocked to the turf, and there's no penalty flag back there as the ball fortunately rolls forward all the way out to the 35-yard line. I'm not sure why there was no penalty as Bodish was knocked down, but there is a flag on the near side, and guess who threw it again?
The linesman. What this one is offsides.
Offsides?
It should be offsides on Trinity.
Well, if it is, then they will kick it again. It will not be a 1st down, but I guarantee you that Darren Allman will want to take this penalty and get another kick out of Stephen Bodish.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised it wasn't roughing because he tackled Bodish. The Trinity rush, they rush in there, and besides trying to block it, they tackled him. So I don't understand what the what the referee's watching down there. I mean, it's a good game, but man, come on, join it.
I think he just ran in, and the umpire said, find a place to keep your flag and make sure it's not out on the turf. 35.2 average kicking the football tonight for Stephen Bodish. That one looked like it went straight up in the air. When it hit the ground, it took a huge hop towards the Trinity end of the field. So Bobby Cooper, that's the actor, Bobby Cooper. I got a laugh out of Randy Wesley. Snap back, Bodish. Oh, he hits a beauty. The nose turns over, drives back Cooper to the 33. He bobbles it to the 30, coming left. There's a clip. There's the call. 2 flags down and knocked out of bounds is Cooper around the 43-yard line. But that one's going to come back. 4.56 on the hang time for Nick Bodish, who absolutely spanked that one. I believe he hit it. The ball was, placed at the 14-yard line. So that would have been the 14 all the way to the 35. So 24, 34, 40, 50. That was about a 60-yard kick right there from Bodish, and it looked really good.
Yeah, Bodish has had a couple of those. Actually, I should say more than a couple. He's had a few of those this year where he hit that ball, and it looks like he just basically passed it because that thing is flying through the air in a dead spiral. It's a really nice kick by Bodish.
And I believe that is now 5 plays in a row that the line judge has gotten his flag out of his pocket.
Well, at least he's the only one officiating the game.
Well, that was legit call.
The referee pulled it out of the pocket because he should have saw it was right in front of him.
Handoff coming left, Wilson, Sutter steps. That may be actually Adams. Give him 6 yards on the carry. 25 and 28. I believe that's 25. Fred Adams. And they continue to get good yardage on first down, and this is one of the things that Darren Allman said he did not want to see, which was the Trinity Trojans in second down and short yardage. It would be a long night for his defense if that were the case. 4:37 to go. Snap back, and AT's got it. They get a hand on the defensive back. That was Williams, and they flatten him. Ball comes loose. Colleyville says they've got it, but they're going to say the forward progress was stopped.
Yeah.
Philippi just disgusted that they will not get the football right there. That could have been a game changer, but certainly forward progress was stopped on the person of Fred Adams.
Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't a hold on that play on Williams because he broke through that line like he knew the snap, and that the right guard for Trinity, Tavita Falahala, 6'4", 322 pounds, just wrapped him to the ground.
Back to throw, Nate, looking short. He's going to run now, and now he throws it into the ground. Was he past the line of scrimmage? No. But a nice job, and Colleyville may get out with a punt here as they flip the field on Trinity. They will send their punting unit on.
Yeah, that was really nice pressure by Williams and Tane Johnson on that one. Pressuring Tyler Nate is quite a hard task because as soon as you start grabbing him, he's such a big guy. It says 6 foot, but he almost thought he was like a little bit taller, like 6'2", where he can just chunk the ball out.
Nate to kick, low, line drive. Philippi can't get to it. Big hop, and this one's going to favor. Oh, goodness, I saw somebody go flying down. That was Nick Felix. This ball's going to roll a long way, all the way to the 21. So it was kicked on the 23. They flipped the field back to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, Cameron Jones for Trinity just tossed Nick Felix.
50-plus yard kick for Tyler Nady. 3:41 to go here in the third quarter. Trinity leads at 6-0 back after this.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Colleyville sets up from their 22-yard line. In the gun, Trevor Anderson throws a fake, looking left, looking for Zeladon. Got him at the 40-yard line, and he's hit. And who are they going to call this on? They've got an interference call. Darren Allman is all the way out at the 40-yard line as he's trying to get clarification as to who this is going to go on, and it looks like it's going to be an offensive pass interference on Jackson Zeladon. Are you kidding me?
Man, I just don't understand sometimes. It's on Trinity. They're walking.
They're just walking back.
Yeah,
okay.
They're walking. It off.
It is not a spot foul. Obviously, it's a 10-yard foul.
It's a 10-yard foul. They're just walking it off. He turned around. Basically, what Zeldon did, he turned around, and the defender never looked back for the ball. He basically planted himself in Zeldon's chest, and the flag automatically came out.
Matt Munoz over there on the island by himself. Snap back now. They're going to throw. Downfield. Got a man breaking open. Oh, he can't hit him. He slowed down. It was a great throw from Salinas, and Nico Torres slowed down, couldn't get to it. That would have gone for a touchdown.
Nico Torres, all he had to do is run through the ball. He didn't know how it was going to come up on him, and he kind of stuttered a little bit. And if people just ran through that ball, you're right, Doug. He's at the Y in Trinity in the north end zone.
3rd down and 10. They've opened it up 2 times in a row to go vertical. One of them paid off in a pass interference, a defensive pass interference. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now from the 38.
This is exactly what I told you in the first half. They need to open this game up. Do not run the ball against Trinity. Throw the ball.
Anderson to throw. Backside, he's going to get tackled for a loss.
Saw that one coming from up here, and unfortunately, Trevor Anderson didn't see it. But number 39, Anthony
Sayo Katai.
Is it Sayo Katai?
36 on the tackle.
Yep, you're right. The weak side linebacker on the blitz.
Well, and the one thing you can't do if you're the Colleyville Heritage Panthers is take that much time to get rid of the football, knowing that Trinity is coming to the house. 3rd and 19 now. Snap back. Anderson's going to run up the middle. He gets hit twice and goes straight down. Only 3 defenders rush, and they still get him.
Yeah, Chris Daniels, 6'1", 287-pound junior, was just standing there, and Trevor Anderson just ran right into him. It was an easy tackle for him.
Boy, what looked like a promising offensive possession for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers has turned into a 4th down and 19 with 2:24 to go in the 3rd quarter, but it is still a touchdown game as Trinity only leads at 6-0. It has been a defensive battle. Nothing has really gone right offensively for Colleyville. Trinity's turned it over twice. No rush here as Bodish hits this one high up in the air. It's going to land at the 37, bounce forward, down to the 35, now the 34, and it'll be touchdown by Nick Felix at the 34-yard line. So another decent kick from Stephen Bodish, although that one's only about 26 yards.
Yeah,
37, excuse me. I miscounted 10.
But Bodish is keeping this Colleyville Heritage team in this game by basically tilting the field more towards the Trinity side. So really nice job the second half by Bodish.
Naty still in at quarterback for Trinity. They'll hurry to the line of scrimmage. He'll take the snap, hands it off to Wilson, coming left. He's got a block, and instead of making the tackle, sticking his shoulder in and underneath is number 41 for Trinity. That is Garrett Scotch, who was getting blocked, tried to get down low, and was able to make the stop, but not before a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 4 Trinity.
Yeah, the Colleyville Heritage defense really need to buckle up right here because these next few series, they need to stop this Trinity offense.
Handoff inside. Tank Johnson's able to grab Devin Abdullah by the ankles and pull him down, but not before a Trinity Trojan 1st down with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go here in quarter number 3.
It's unbelievable how Trinity just run, like their first few plays in a series, it's like they're just running through Colleyville defense, and then it's like Colleyville just turns a switch and just battens the hatches, kind of.
Naty hands off to Wilson, coming left. He's got rooms. Back and forth, and here comes a penalty flag, and I believe this is going to be a hold. Should wipe this play out. Tackle by Max Crosby and Mason McKay. And now they pick up the flag and throw it right where the runner was down, and then one of the officials kicks it back. So they're having a hard time figuring out where the hold is because that's where they'll mark it off from.
No. What happened was the Trinity offensive lineman picked it up, okay, and threw it up for where the play was, and then the guy kicked it back for where the face mask actually took place.
So it was a face mask on Colleyville, not a hold on Trinity.
I'm just looking at their Trinity's board, which is probably twice the size of what was it? The Richardson.
Lake Highlands.
Yeah, Lake Highlands board, which is not saying a lot.
Not. But we love Pennington Field. From the shotgun, Nate will take the snap. Keeps it himself up the middle. Nice play on the inside as Nate is hauled down, and that's number 26, Ja'Cory Williams, on the tackle for the Panthers. 2nd down and 5. Ball be spotted at the 25-yard line.
It's interesting how Trinity will run up to the line of scrimmage and then snap the ball, but it's like, are they trying to get momentum? You know, you have to set first. Is it probably trying to throw the defense off a little bit?
Handoff up the middle. Another nice job by Mason McKay, but he's not able to wrap up the runner. Wilson, who's able to drag on the defense, and that's Tank Johnson will give him 6 yards on the carry. And that will draw an end to quarter number 3 here at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas. We are through 3 quarters. Around the state, once again, I've said this before, but I got to believe this is a shocker. Trinity 6, Colleyville Heritage nothing. Back with quarter number 4 on Champion Sports Radio after this timeout.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Back at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas. Alongside Chris Beam, I'm Doug Branch, and Colleyville is still in this one. They have not been able to get really any offense going. Took a couple shots down the field, and neither one of them paid off. But this is going to be a big defensive stop for them to try and keep Trinity from getting ahead by a couple scores.
Now, I can't remember, but I don't think Colleyville has passed the 50-yard line today. Do you remember them passing the 50?
I do not.
They usually get up to about the 40, 45, and they get stopped.
There's a handoff inside, 1st down yardage and more. 9 yards on the carry. That goes to the fullback, Fred Adams.
Yeah, real nice play by Adams, getting the ball and basically putting his head down and running straight down the line.
Check that. That was Abdullah, Devin Abdullah, who's in, relieving Adams.
Well, Abdullah, nice play by Abdullah as well. Both of them.
Trinity will set up. Good thing we know who 77 is because you'd never be able to see his number or his name. Nate, hands off, up the middle, and there's a shot in the backfield, and guess who? Big Williams for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers with the stop, and that's Jason Williams, a 6'2", 295-pound senior who has been, along with Keandre Tank Johnson, a headache in the backfield for the Trinity Trojans.
Yeah, the Colleyville front 4 have played somewhat pretty well tonight. They've been getting a lot of penetration. It's just a matter of wrapping up. The first couple games they've been wrapping up, and they're just trying to knock people out.
Wilson spins, coming to his right. He'll keep the ball, turns behind his lineman, and he gets all the way down to the 10-yard line. Maybe the 11 is where they'll blow this one dead. And it is at the 11-yard line. Be 2nd down. Check that, 3rd down and about 4. And once again, Trinity's in the red zone. We have not seen their kicking game except for the extra point, which was blocked. So you'd think that because of that, they're going to have to try to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, this is a points play right here. This is This is a 4-point play right here.
Under center, Nate hands it off inside. 1st down yardage, and down to the 3-yard line is number 20 for Michael Perez for the Trinity Trojans. Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the game, and Trinity starting to exert itself on the offensive side of the football. Of course, that being said, the time possession is way in the side of Trinity, which, head coach Darren Allman for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers said they could not have their defense out there that long.
Yeah.
AT under center. From the 4, hands off, left side Wilson. He goes, he stopped. Thought he was going to score, but he stood up at the goal line and stopped.
Nick
1 yard
Felix.
short, and Nick Felix is there to put the shoulder into him. Nice job by...
I think Felix and Crouch, actually. Both of them together. Yeah, you
the
can't.
5'11", 170-pound senior Nick Felix.
Yeah, Jerron Wilson, you're not going to... It's going to take more than one person to drag him down, but that was really nice. It was almost like a goal line stand between with the corner and the safety, and Colleyville Heritage stopped him on that play.
Caleb Brockington into the game as a tight end. No receivers in the pattern. They'll hand off inside Wilson, and he walks in. Untouched.
Walk
goes
the
in
dog.
Jerron Wilson. That's a voice box command from Brad Sham. He walked the dog.
Walk the dog.
Isn't that
not
what's,
even
it's
touched.
not a frisbee. What's the thing that you flip down?
You mean
I can't think of it is. No, Randy. The toy, the old yo-yo.
Yo-yo.
Yo-yo, walk the dog. That's what it used to be, was a yo-yo.
Okay, so walk the dog. So you yo-yo and you just kind of walk it down, right?
I guess so. Trinity's not going to kick this one. They are going to go for 2 with 9:08 to go. That was an 11-play, 66-yard drive in 4 minutes and 51 seconds, and it gives the Trojans temporarily a 12-0 lead. 2 receivers in the pattern, 1 to each side. Nate in the backfield by himself. Coming across. Nate will take it up the middle. He is not going to, he's not going to get there. He's not going to get there. He gets there. It took a while. It took the lineman. It took everybody, but Nate finally gets there as Trinity wins the rugby scrum, and now they lead it by 2 touchdowns, 14-0.
That's unbelievable. They had Nate at the 3-yard line, and they stood him up. Problem is the offensive lineman of the Trinity Trojans saw that, and they just basically scrummed him basically picked him up and drug him all the way to the end zone. That's a pretty unbelievable play.
Limping off the field is the aforementioned number 77, Patrick Vahey, the Texas commit, and he came off in serious pain. As soon as he got to the sideline, he collapsed on the ground. Not sure what is going on. They lift him back up. He's starting to walk. I think maybe he had a cramp.
Yeah, he's not. He's walking pretty gingerly right now. He was one of the guys that was in on that play that basically grabbed Nate
holding
and
his left knee,
threw him in the end zone. He looks like he has a wrap on his left knee, just the way I can see from here. I mean, I'm not a doctor either, so.
Well, we will not speculate, as UIL rules ask us not to do that. Not to speculate, although we may stay at a Holiday Inn Express tonight.
Well, Vahey is a huge player for them. You want to know how I know that? There's about 6 people around him trying to figure out what the problem is.
Yeah, you got
so,
that is correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and
you need this guy.
And not all of them are trainers.
No, there's like 5 guys all the way around him on the sidelines.
14-0 now, a 2-touchdown lead for the Trinity Trojans here on homecoming night at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas. 9:08 to go in the game. Luis Martinez will put this one in play from the 40-yard line. Back deep is Ryan Philippi. Kevin Salinas is at the 20-yard line on the far side. And I cannot tell who's on the near side. Let me get my binoculars, and I'll let you know in a moment.
That looks like Williams.
It is Javari Williams. Short kick.
What?
And it's fielded at
There's
the 41.
Yep, there you go. The guy, is it 58? Yeah, 58.
Called for the fair catch, did
he
not?
He caught it and took a knee, and then the Trinity player ran in and leveled him.
So you're probably going to add on another 10 yards, a personal foul for that one. Time of possession, Trinity has had the ball for 25 minutes and 38 seconds to Colleyville Heritage's 12:50. So they've doubled up the time of possession, essentially, and they've doubled up the score, essentially, with 2 touchdowns and a 14-0 lead. Although, for the first time, Colleyville will now start with their best field possession at the 44-yard line.
And our statistician, Randy Wesley, sends me this. Cross 50 for 1 play. This would be the second time they crossed the 50.
Hands it off, going left. It's DeMarco Corbin, and he's drugged down by the ankles. Is Corbin by number 54, Viliami Finu.
Okay, so Colleyville's only down by 14, and what they're going to have to do right now is score quick. There's only 8:44 left in this ball game, so score quick, get your 3 and out, and go for the tie or win.
Oh, goodness. Handoff inside. Losing his feet is DeMarco Corbin, and beside losing his feet, he about loses his head, and it's that same guy again, Viliami Finau.
Yeah, Finau just broke through the line, and he almost took the handoff, to be honest with you. So when DeMarco Corbin got the handoff, Finau was like right there now.
No pun intended.
Hey, I listen to Brad Sham a lot, and he always says right there now.
Snap back Anderson, heavy rush. There's a hold on the edge, and the receiver is knocked down, and they're going to get no flag. As tackled on the play was DeMarco Corbin on the screen, which, had he gotten the ball, might have gone for a touchdown.
That should have been a flag, because he lobs he lobbed the ball for the screen, and the Trinity linebacker saw that and just tackled Corbin on the spot while the ball was in the air.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that would not be, because he was behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know.
You
4th and 7. Anderson throws the in route. It's a pitch. Oh, what a play to Corbin. Corbin down to the 20 and cut down at the 21-yard line. And that's number 13. That's the old Oklahoma hook and ladder. The Oklahoma hook and ladder.
It's not ladder. It's lateral.
Hook and lateral. Oklahoma hook and ladder.
It's a lateral. Hook and lateral. He ran a hook and lateral back. Boy, they suckered him into that, didn't they?
They did, but you know what?
Boy, that was a great play.
A
great
nice
call
job
by Darren.
A nice job by the defensive back, Saagi Nalo, as he held his ground over there. That's a touchdown.
Oh, so this makes me so mad, because I was going to ask Darren Allman pregame. I was going to say, hey, do you have any trick plays?
A hook and why wouldn't it be the hook and ladder?
No.
Hook and lateral.
Lateral. It's a hook and lateral.
Well, see, when I was younger and I heard them call that on TV, I thought they were saying hook and ladder.
Well, a lot of people do say hook and ladder, but it's not the hook and ladder. It's the hook and lateral.
Timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here with 7:40 to go, and Colleyville almost, and I say almost, they're about a yard outside of the red zone. They're the closest they've been to the Trinity Trojan end zone in the game.
When they ran that play, I was like, what are they doing? It's 4th down. The wide receiver ran.
Cut it short.
He's like, you cut it short. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why is the wide receiver cutting it so short? And then when I saw DeMarco Corbin running out to the side, I was like, oh, I see this one coming from a mile away.
Well, and I'll tell you what that could also set up again is you could run that same route, drag across the inside Jackson Zeldon and have that wheel route wide open to DeMarco Corbin on the left flat.
Yeah. For some reason, DeMarco Corbin, when he's going out of the backfield, a lot of times the linebackers don't pick him up.
Anderson's got it. He's going to run, and he's just absolutely swallowed up. And what another great play. It's that guy again. This is 3 times now on this drive alone that I have mentioned him, number 54, Viliami Finau. And he put his stamp on that one, and it's a loss of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 15, Colleyville from the 25.
The left guard for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers needs to step to the left and don't let the inside move of the Colleyville Heritage or of the Trinity Trojans, because he leaves that lane wide open.
Philippi in. Anderson looking for him. Left-hand side. Got him. Breaking open at the goal line. No, it's knocked away. That's a touchdown if Ryan Philippi can catch it. But it's knocked away by the defensive back. Is that number 6? Hard to see through the glass.
Yeah, number 6. Number 6.
Hernán Figueroa.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by Figueroa. He ran with Philippi, and he was in chase mode. And as soon as Philippi went up for the catch, he threw his hands up between Philippi's hands and knocked that ball out. Really nice defensive play by the Trinity Trojan linebacker, actually.
Well, I tell you what, Colleyville's had their chances. They have had their chances to be in this football game. They still have a chance. 3rd and 15 from the 25. Trevor Anderson in the backfield. Steps back to throw. Getting pressure, and he's going to go down. He fumbled the football. And I believe Trinity has come up with the football, and guess who?
That's right. Same guy.
That guy one more time. Viliami Finau comes up with the Trevor Anderson giveaway, and that may be what puts the stake in the heart of the Colleyville Heritage Panthers.
Yeah, that's a tough play. The Colleyville was probably going to go for it on 4th down if he would have just, held on to the ball. And 54 Viliami Finau?
Viliami Finau.
Finau. Excuse me. Finau. That was his series. That was his time to take control of this game, and that's what he exactly did.
Trinity will, I would assume, run the football here as much as possible. Coming right. Wilson to the 30, 35, 40. Almost pulled down with a horse collar. He's still on his feet. 35, cuts back to the inside. He's drugged down at the 28. And that's Nick Felix coming all the way across the field and Jared Crouch to stop the would-be touchdown. And that's a huge gain. And the Trinity Trojans are trying to put the nail in this one.
Really nice run by Jerron Wilson. Hurdles a guy, twist. I mean, this guy is a really nice running back, a heck of an athlete.
Jared Crouch got him from behind. Nick Felix cut the legs out from under him, but not until it was a first down at the 28. They'll go back to Wilson, going left this time. Gets the corner, 30, and I believe Nick Felix comes up and makes the stop. And there's a penalty flag that comes out late.
It's going to be on Trinity.
A late hit or a late block?
Yeah, number 70 for the Trinity Trojan. What's that name again? Sorry, 70. He's on your. It should be on your chart there, buddy.
70. Let me look that one up real quick. That would be Lupeti Vakaseola.
What he said, he was a little overzealous in his blocking and jumped over the top and was kind of the quote-unquote in hockey third man in on the block.
Say it one more time. Lupeti Vakaseola.
Wow. Yeah, that's a 15-yard penalty. That's not good for the Trinity Trojans.
Well, with 6:01 to play in the game and back to a second down and 24, the clock certainly is on their side if they run the football and keep the clock going because, unfortunately, Trinity, although they were in the red zone, were not able to get it in for any points. Here's a handoff up the middle. Big yards coming to the 45, 35, and now tackled down at the original line of scrimmage, or just inside of the original line of scrimmage, was Fred Adams. Keandre Johnson gets down the field to make the stop for the Panthers. 5:30 to go in the game, and Trinity staked to a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, it's interesting how Trinity, they rotate like every position except for quarterback, basically. I mean, I just saw Latu Kata, who is a center for the Trinity Trojans. He went in for Jordan Kasi, the starter. Looks like we're going to have a flag.
There's motion on the right corner. Pass is thrown to the end zone. And because they blew it dead, it's got to be an offensive call, I would assume. Although they point to the right, maybe offside.
I think Vehi, it was an ankle. You want to know why?
They got him taped up?
Taped up. I think they used the whole roll.
I don't
Check
see
that
him.
out.
Where is he?
He's on the far side. Look how much tape's on that guy's ankle.
Well, he's got a boot on there now. It's a white
like
one.
A white boot. That's a lot of tape.
That looks similar to the tape that I use up here in the booth.
No, you need more tape for that. Jeez.
He's back in on the left side. The big,
just letting you know.
6'3", 200 and something, 50,
60. 290-pound
90,
senior.
There you go.
Texas commit.
Snap back, coming right. Vehi's going to keep it. Or Tyler Vehi, and this time the scrum is blown dead at the 20. Now it's starting to get a little chippy. Here comes a push from behind. Max Crosby didn't like it, and he's still talking noise.
Yeah, Max Crosby was on that play right there. Really nice play by the senior defensive end, and to get no yards on that stop. This is a big play right here. 4th down, 20-yard line. This is going to be a heck of a kick if they can stop them here.
Well, they're not going to kick. 4th down, they're going to go
that's
for
right.
it.
I'm sorry.
from the 20. That would be an unusual punt. Maybe Australian rules.
Well,
you
no,
might
I
try
thought
to
a field goal.
To the line, Tyler Nate. Backing up behind him is Wilson. Under center. Snap. He'll hand it off inside. No, he keeps it. They're going to try and roll left. Here's a throw, and it hits the ground. So ball will be turned over on downs on the pass attempt from Tyler Nate out to the tight end. That was number 84. Caleb Brockington. Brockington does not even show up on our 2 deep chart.
Well, because they use about 3 deep of all positions, to be honest with you. Because usually, I mean, they use.
When you got 99 guys on your team, you might as well use them.
Trinity does. They use a lot of players going in and out of this ball club. Now, on offense, they do. On defense, they usually just keep the same 11 out there because they're doing a heck of a job.
All right, it's not over yet. It's a 14-0
Take a shot
game.
right here. I'll take a shot.
4:06 to go. Trevor Anderson back to throw.
There it is.
Coming
Take a
to
shot.
his left.
Where are
Looking
they
back
doing?
across. He's got a man wide open. It's caught at the 35-yard line.
Get to the line. Oh, man.
By Kevin Salinas. They're wasting time as Anderson was shucked out of bounds, and he's gently getting back up. He got hit pretty hard when he threw that.
The official needs to protect the quarterback. He threw the ball, and then right after they threw it, the guy chucks him into the sidelines.
4 receivers in the pattern. Anderson back to throw again. There's a hold on the corner, no call. Zeledon's got this one, turns it upfield, and he's pulled out of bounds at the 30, we'll call it the 43-yard line. Where has this offense been? 3:34 to go in the game, and almost across midfield again is the Colleyville Heritage Panthers.
At some point, you're going to have to take a shot. Because they're not playing prevent right now. They are just up. They're playing man-to-man.
There goes Anderson, left side. This time he doesn't go down, but he gets the first down. That'll stop the clock. 3:43 to play. And Colleyville out to the 47-yard line.
You got to pick up the pace here, guys. We got to just keep.
Wonder if anybody's tried to quick Trinity and actually outplay them by speeding up the offense and getting them tired.
Yeah, because that's what they do.
4 receivers will go into the pattern. Plenty of blocking. Pitch up the middle. Pass is interfered with, and do we see a flag? Really?
No
call.
That's unbelievable right there.
Grab Tyler Corbin, and now they're talking noise to each other as Corbin and the defensive back.
No, that was number 17, who is, I believe, TJ Katahi?
Kautai.
Kautai.
There's a number of Kautai's on this team.
Yeah, Kautai grabbed him before the ball got there, and I don't understand. Yeah. That's unbelievable. We have that replay up here in the booth, and that should have been a flag. And it looks like the Colleyville Heritage coaches are out there screaming at the back judge.
Yeah, I don't know that this has been the best officiated game we have seen this year. Back to throw, Anderson one more time, going down the middle. Got a man, Salinas, behind the defense. He's got it to the 10, to the 5. He's down to the 2-yard line. Is Kevin Salinas. Nice, great throw from Trevor Anderson.
Yeah, Kevin Salinas, the Trinity transfer from last year. Really nice play right up the middle. Really nice strike by Anderson. They got to hurry up, get this ball in the end zone,
All right, a Trinity player came on. I did not see one leave. I'm interested to see if they've got 12 players on the field. Hand off to Corbin, and he stopped. Loses a couple yards. I did not see a Trinity Trojan come off the field, but I did see one come on. Somebody, if we can count.
I'm trying. 1, 2, 3. They have 11. They must have had 10. So they have 12 on the field.
There's 12 guys. There's 12 guys out there right now.
What? Oh my gosh.
There's 12 guys on the
field.
And I knew that. I saw a guy come on and didn't see anybody come off, and they still haven't called that. And Darren Allman, is out yelling at the official right now. They still have 12 guys on the field. Now they have 13 because another one ran on.
That's unbelievable. You're right.
Absolutely
They had one guy run on, and no one ran off.
Right.
Let's see if 2 runs off right here. Of course, now they have 2
now they
run
have
off.
2 come off.
Of course they did. That's why he called timeout. Because why would he want to call timeout when the clock's running down?
Right. Yeah.
He wants the clock going down.
3:05 to go. It's still a 14-0 game, but the Colleyville Heritage Panthers are second and goal from the 4-yard line. Trevor Anderson in the shotgun. Snap is fumbled. He'll have to fall on it, and he loses a few yards. back to the 9, and it just continues, unfortunately, to go the wrong way for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, as each time they have gotten into scoring position, they have not been able to execute to get the points across, and they really have to have the touchdown. The field goal does no good with 2:45 to play in the game.
See, one of the things is the back judge and the two side guys, they're supposed to put up a thumb when it's good. If a guy comes on, they put the thumb down.
Here's Anderson to throw, coming left. He's got room. Will he run it? No, he'll throw into the end zone. Caught.
Oh, he dropped it.
No, knocked out of the hands, and that was Nico Torres again. Unfortunately, 2 times Nico Torres has had the ball where he could have scored and could not gather either one of them in.
Yeah, he had it. He had it in his hands, took one step, and right as he took that one step, the defender came in and grabbed his other arm, and it fell out of his hands.
Well, I tell you what a nice job by Trevor Anderson right there to be patient to find Torres, who is coming across the back of the end zone wide open. And Colleyville's called a timeout. Let's step aside and come back. 2:25 to play. It's Trinity Trojans 14. The Colleyville Heritage Panthers nothing. Back on Champion Sports Radio after this timeout.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute. Online at gdyo.org/jazz.
Back at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas, 2:25 to play. Trinity leads at 14-0 over the Colleyville Heritage Panthers alongside Chris Beam. I'm Doug Branch. Randy Wesley also here in the booth doing stats tonight. Colleyville's got it, 4th down from the 7. They need to score. Anything but a score, and this game is essentially over. They'll send 4 receivers into the pattern. Anderson by himself in the backfield. Snap back. He's looking left. He'll throw it up the middle, and it's tipped away. That was not going to go for a touchdown anyway, and Trinity is going to escape with a victory. I say escape. They've dominated this game. They really didn't escape with the victory, but they escaped with potentially the shutout. 2:21 to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I really don't know why on 4th down you would. I mean, even if he would have caught that ball, to be honest with you, he caught it around the 5-yard line with about 4 linebackers in front of him. Yeah, I would probably take a shot at the end zone rather than a crossing pattern and try to see the guy runs out the back door, especially the way that the Trinity has a lot of speed on defense. They really do. The way they scramble around to the ball.
Nate in at quarterback, hands it off to Wilson. Flags are down as Wilson gains 4 yards over the right-hand side, running right behind his right guard.
It looks like there's going to be an offsides on
Tavita
Max
Falahola is who they run behind. Of course, he and Mose, Penalty is going to go on the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, so they'll take the 5-yard penalty and wipe out the 4-yard run.
I don't know how when.
You know, I'd be interested. We didn't think about that. They think about this, but does that give them? No, they were already at goal to go, so it would not change it back to a 1st down. With the penalty, a 5-yard penalty would just move them 5 yards farther. Once you're inside the 10,
distance to the goal, replay the down. Well, actually, the down really doesn't supposed to start, to be honest with you.
Here's a run up the middle by Wilson, and Wilson's going to have enough for the 1st down out over the 21.
I don't know. In the pros, I mean, see, it's hard for me sometimes because high school and college and pro have such different. The way it works in the pros, I know, is they'll count. If there's 12 people on the field on defense, before the play is even snapped, they'll blow it dead, call 12 men on the field. The guy will have to come off, and then they'll mark off the penalty. So, but
it's tough.
It's
neither
tough here or there because they didn't catch it anyway.
Tough to beat the Trinity Trojans, but it's even tougher to beat them when they play with 12.
Well, right now they're playing with 15, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they got the officials. Here's a run. Wilson coming right, gets to the 30, got the corner, 35-40. out to the 45 and pushed out of bounds at the 49-yard line. And I'll tell you what a valiant effort from this Colleyville Heritage Panther defense, as they have really, with the turnovers they've created, they've really been able to keep this team within striking distance. Unfortunately, the offense on a couple of plays was not able to make the receptions that would give them a couple of touchdowns and maybe have tied this game.
Yeah, unlike last week, they kind of shot themselves in the foot. This week, they kept themselves in the game. And unfortunately, when you keep yourself in the game against a Trinity team, you actually have to score some points. And they haven't been able to do that tonight, and that's very unfortunate. But I'm sure that Darren Allman found some good things out of this game tape.
60 seconds away from the In Command Broadcasting postgame show. Handoff. Wilson coming right. They keep it on the ground, and he gains about 4 yards on the play. So Trinity will have to snap it a couple more times. And, of course, even with the 2 timeouts, Coach Darren Allman not going to use those here, as he understands that this game is essentially in the books. Trojans are going to get away, and they're able to basically double the time of possession. 31 minutes of possession. His defense, Coach Darren Allman's defense, out there for a long time. Colleyville Heritage offense had it for 16:59. And that number is still growing. Nate'll step back. He won't even take the ground. Now he goes down on the ground as a number of Panthers come rushing forward, and that'll do it. 14 seconds to play. The clock will run out, and the Trinity Trojans on homecoming night will come up with a victory and run their record to 1-0, 5-0 on the season, but more importantly, 1-0 in District 7-6A. It is a final, as the 3 Goose Eggs have made it up there, and I think if you were to ask Coach Steve Lineweaver right now, are you happy to get out of here with a 14-0 win, he would tell you absolutely, and that's a darn good football team on the other side in the Colleyville Heritage Panthers.
Yeah, let me tell you something. This is going to be a tough district, and by the looks of how Colleyville is playing and the looks how Trinity is going to play, there's going to be some really good games going forward for both of these teams.
All right, we're through the game. It is a final, 14-0 Trinity able to beat the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. It's the In Command Broadcasting postgame show that's coming up next here on Champion Sports Radio. Back with that in just a moment.
Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2nd, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the #1 cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShockboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hurst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute, online at gdyo.org/jazz.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2nd, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the #1 cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Back at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas, final score, Trinity Trojans 14, the Colleyville Heritage Panthers nothing. And alongside Chris Beam, I'm Doug Branch. And Chris, the story of this game, before we started it in the pregame, we talked to Colleyville Heritage Panther head coach Darren Allman, and he said the key to this game is to win the turnover battle. Mark 1, Colleyville. The second key is that his defense cannot be out there all the time. Take away 1. Colleyville, because they were out there for 35-plus minutes of this game, more than double dominated on the possession side for the Trinity Trojans. And then they have to score. Another check minus. And check minus means the Trinity Trojans, who did get a couple of touchdowns, are able to come away with a very hard-fought victory. I think a lot harder than they thought it was going to be. This is going to be the district of death, so to speak,
It'll be interesting to see
That's
after
good.
we
I
look
like
up.
The District of Death, kind of like the Group of Death.
District of Death. As we look up and see Carroll High School putting a 56-21 whipping on Abilene, the Wildcats out of Abilene High. You're not going to get a walkover any night except for possibly when you play the Halton Buffaloes.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you're looking up because they're losing 44-9 to Richland. But, yeah, you know, you knew this game was going to be a what's the word I'm looking? It was going to be a tough fought game. Now, Colleyville's never beaten Trinity in the history of the school. Since 1996, they have never beaten Trinity, and it was a hard fought battle by the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. I would like to see if Colleyville can make it to the playoffs and Trinity's will be in the same region. It'd be interesting to see what they do for an encore performance per se. But you got to put this behind you, Doug. You really do. You got to move on, learn from your mistakes, and because this is going to be, like you said, the District of Death. If you ponder this game too long, you'll be down, 2 to 3 games in district, and that's going to be a tough road to hoe.
As I'm looking at the final statistics for tonight's game, the scoring summary went like this. 2 different runs. One in the second quarter with 8:35 to go. Jerron Wilson, 13 yards. The extra point was blocked. And then in the fourth quarter with 9:08 to go in the game, Jerron Wilson again on a 1-yard run. Tyler Nate was able to push over the 2-point conversion. He was stopped at the 3-yard line, but the rugby scrum drug him all the way into the end zone, and Trinity was up 14-0. If you look at a score sheet only, you've been around football for a long time. You were one of the captains of the first Colleyville Heritage Panther team. If you give up 451 yards of total offense and you only have 117 yards of total offense, you do not expect to see a 14-0 score.
No, you look at the score right now and you look at that 1 and the 4 be flipped. Be honest with you, flip it.
41-0.
41-0.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Usually, if you look at an offense, you think for every 100 yards, you should score 1 touchdown. So that right there, 400 yards, let's say a 28, roughly or something around that. 80 for every 80 yards, going from the 20 to the end is points. And I think tonight the Colleyville Heritage weathered a lot of the what Trinity was throwing at them, but in the end, some of those what they were throwing at them popped through, and you got a couple big plays and some big runs by the Trinity Trojan backfield.
Well, I'll tell you what, in the pregame show, head coach Steve Lineweaver said maybe they needed to turn into a passing squad. And I believe that would be the epitome of the Trojan horse that he passed on to me. 2 of 6 for 20 yards passing on the ground, 56 rushes for 431 yards, led by 179 yards from Jerron Wilson, most of those in the second half. Tyler Nate, the quarterback, went for 120 yards on 15 carries. Michael Perez, 5 carries, 73 yards. Fred Adams, 7 carries for 40 yards. Devin Abdullah, 2 carries for 15 yards. Elijah Tassani, 3 carries for 9 yards, and then a loss of 5 yards on 1 carry, and they call that a team stat. Of course, Wilson with the only 2 touchdowns of the game. On the rushing side for Colleyville, DeMarco Corbin goes 9 for 32. Ryan Philippi, 1 for 13. Jackson Zeladon, 1 for 11. Jamari Williams, 1 for none. And Trevor Anderson, this is I say not a big stat, but 12 attempts. He loses 17 yards on the game because he's out there trying to pass the ball, and he's having to, as you alluded to, sometimes run for his life. Although it was fixed. Most of the time when he was running for his life in the second half, he was running to the left, which made it a much easier throw for him. Colleyville had their chances in this game. They had a flea flicker that was just overthrown. Nico Torres not able to get to it. They did run the hook and ladder, or hook and lateral as you like to call it.
It's the
hook and lateral. All right, I'll go with that. DeMarco Corbin was not able to get it into the end zone. A nice play defensively by Trinity to be able to man your ground basically as the free safety and make sure that nobody gets by you. That also backed up Trinity with a couple of penalties. They come away with no points. And then late in the game when they're able to get down to the 3-yard line, not able to convert there. So the offense went a little bit anemic tonight. It was not the same offense last week, but again, you're not playing the same team. A very good defensive front 4-5 for Trinity, and they put a lot of pressure on the Colleyville Heritage Panthers.
Yeah, one of the stats I really look at is basically per play. Like what are you doing per play? Because that really will kind of show you how the game went. Trinity Trojans average rush per rush 7.7 yards per rush. Colleyville Heritage 1.2 yards per rush. You're not going to get a lot of touchdowns when you're only rushing the ball 1 yard every time you touch the ball from the rushing standpoint. And Trinity, 7 yards per rush is pretty incredible.
All right, we'll go ahead and take a break here. We will come back with more of the In Command post-game show from Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas, where the Trinity Trojans have beaten the Colleyville Heritage Panthers and start the District 7 6A district season off with a victory 1-0. They've won one game. They've lost none on the season, 5-0. Back after this timeout.
Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
Do you need a boost in exposure? Want to reach local, community-minded folks with information about your business? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games for more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. It's also a way for your business to give back to the community by helping all these well-deserving student athletes get some recognition for their accomplishments. The cost simply can't be beat for the effect it will have. You get a lot of bang for your buck, and best of all, it provides an opportunity for the best advertisement of all, word of mouth. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts. Champion Sports Radio.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
Back at Pennington Field in Bedford, Texas, with the final score, the Trinity Trojans beat the Colleyville Heritage Panthers 14-0, running Colleyville's record of 2-3 on the season. More importantly, 0-1 in District 7 6A. Of course, Trinity now has a 1-0 record and tied at the top of the district with all the other winners, which we'll go over right now as I look down.
I can tell you right now by the top of my head. Coppell, Richland.
Coppell and Richland, that's it.
It was one other team, right?
No, well, Southlake played Abilene
right.
in a non-district
You're right.
game.
Coppell and Richland.
So Coppell's able to get by the LD Bell Blue Raiders 42-3. Richland wins 51, or they're leading 51-15 over the Halton Buffaloes. Excuse me.
Who Colleyville has up next.
Yeah, so District 6A, which is very close to a lot of the folks around this area. Allen 35-24 over Flower Mound Marcus. That's in the fourth quarter.
Flower Mound Marcus was winning that game for a long time, to be honest with you.
Flower Mound 7, Plano 35. That's in the fourth quarter. Louisville is taking apart Hebron 38-20. Plano West 59, McKinney Boyd 23. A little bit surprised at that score. I thought McKinney Boyd had a little bit better squad.
Plano West has one of the top running backs in the state, and the Baylor Bears are looking at him, let me tell you.
All right, moving over to District 5,
Jamambo
6A.
is his last name.
I've actually seen it on the Champion Sports website. First
Jamambo?
week, Jamambo.
Yeah, he is a stud.
Denton Geyer continues, even though they've moved up to 6A, to be a very good football team. They beat Keller 42-33. Keller Central 37, Denton Ryan 29. That's in the fourth quarter. And Trophy Club Byron Nelson by 27 over Keller Timber Creek 37-10. That's a final score. So this one was a defensive battle, but when you say defensive battle, you don't think 450-something plus yards of total offense from Trinity. That's a defensive battle. The Colleyville Heritage Panthers defense really came to play. They were out on the field way longer than they probably should have been. But that being said, they only surrendered 14 points. This was a winnable game for Colleyville, but the better team tonight, Trinity Trojans, come away with a victory.
Yeah, Trinity left some points on the field, I would say, because I mean this game could have been 21-0 at halftime because they had Colleyville had a fourth down stop down here on the 20-yard line, and then number 20. Sorry, it's not on my depth chart. Michael Perez fumbles on the 10-yard line going in, and that could have been another touchdown in the first half. So I think Colleyville kind of got lucky with some of those. Not really lucky, but they got by with some of those plays.
Well, they got away with them. Let's put it that way.
They got away with them. Now, I would say Colleyville only left like 7 points on the board, on the field, because I mean they only got down inside the 20-yard line once.
Yeah, the hard part is that they didn't.
Well, they lost.
Potentially exploit that vertical passing game maybe early enough in the game. When they started doing it, they started moving the football. They made some plays. Kevin Salinas catches a huge ball, is able to get down to the 3-yard line, but then 2 plays they run. There's 12 men on the field for Trinity. It's not called. And then unfortunately, a throw to the back of the end zone. Nico Torres not able to come up with the touchdown. Another Nico Torres didn't come up with a touchdown, but let's take a break. Back in a moment on Champion Sports.
Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers.
Nationwide is on your side.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShopboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be three things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute. Online at gdyo.org/jazz.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hurst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
All right, I'd normally tell you what the score was, but I don't remember it now that the board is off. Now I'm just kidding. Trinity 14, Colleyville Heritage Panthers nothing on a night where the Panthers fall to 0-1 in District 7, 6A. Trinity runs their record to 1-0 in the same district, and of course 5-0 on the season. They have had a very strong schedule to this point. Reminder to the Heritage fans, we have a bye next week. We were off next week, and then the weekend after that, it's the Haltom Buffaloes, I believe.
Tatanka. You like doing games with me, don't you?
Tatanka? What in the heck is Tatanka?
Tatanka.
Is that like the Haltom Buffaloes?
Please tell me you've...
Tatanka?
Dancing with Wolves. You've never seen Dancing with
Wolves.
Wolves.
Oh, Kevin Costner, yes.
Tatanka is Buffalo, remember?
Yes. You can be my wingman any day. Get that one? No. You know the movie?
Yes, I know. That's Top Gun.
So we're gonna do that to end the night.
Thanks for the fireworks by the Texas Rangers tonight.
Yeah, we've got a beautiful view here from about 3 stories up at Pennington Field in Bedford, where Trinity is able, of course, as we said, to come away with a 14-0. I think that's going to be a shocking score to people throughout the state of Texas, and I've said that Trinity was only able to put 14 points on the Colleyville Heritage Panther defense. Of course, when you see stats of 451 total yards given up, kudos to Darren Allman and his defense. Unfortunately, with Clayton Oliver going down with a broken wrist about 10 days ago, Trevor Anderson played well last week. I really don't think he played bad this week. The offense just was not able to get going. DeMarco, they could not establish a running game, and that allowed Trinity to really just come after the football at all points. They never had to hold back the reins.
Yeah, Trevor Anderson tonight was under pressure basically when he said hike. He was under pressure, and or hut or whatever they call it now. But when he said hut, he had pressure in his face.
Or teepee.
Or whatever.
Hut,
hit.
teepee, hut.
But anyways, he had pressure in his face. And they did a good job the second half rolling him out a little bit more, taking a lot more strikes down the field. I was surprised they didn't take strikes earlier in the game in the first half, because I think the way to combat Trinity is spread them out. Because what you do if you spread out Trinity's defense, that it opens up the running game, and they didn't do that. So. But Trinity did a heck of a job on offense, and 14-0 on the scoreboard, and you got to be happy, but you can't be pleased.
He's Chris Beam. I'm Doug Branch. Next time we're on the air, it will be against the Haltom Buffaloes. That'll come up 2 weeks from tonight here on Champion Sports Radio. We thank you for listening in. Have a great evening.